Good evening and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school football. Tonight, the Kime Company, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and Wright Mark Roofing presents the Newcomerstown Trojans hosting the Malvern Hornets. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the First National Bank of Denison, TMK Valley Propane, and Wood Electric. Now, let's head to the Hartzler Quality Housing Mobile Studio for the best coverage of high school football with Big Z Sports.
Week 8 of the high school football season brings us to Newcomerstown High School for the rivalry matchup between the Newcomerstown Trojans and Malvern Hornets on a beautiful fall evening for high school football. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Geckler along with Robbie Anderson. And Robbie, I'm so glad to be back. You know, I missed last week. I was on assignment, but man, you and Keith did a spectacular job last week. Really proud of you. You guys did a great job filling in for me, and not big shoes to fill at all by any means, because you guys did a great job. But you know, another great matchup here tonight in Week 8 of the high school football season. These games the last 4 years have been spectacular. Overtime games come down to the last possession of the game. You know, these games have been a lot of fun over the last few years, and we expect nothing less here tonight.
Man, this game's all what it's worth. IVC North title could be the number one going in after this game. I mean, what else could you want for a Week 8 matchup? I saw Malvern play last week. I've seen Newcomerstown play for a couple times. This is going to be a battle, Joe.
It is. You talked about the IVC North Championship. There's really 4 teams still in play for this. You have Malvern, Newcomerstown, East Canton, and Strasburg. Strasburg's lost twice, though, so they're going to have to win out and try to get some help to try to get there. But Strasburg's still they've got this Newcomerstown team next week, so we'll see what happens with the IVC North. But both of these teams having great years. Newcomerstown's tripped up a little bit this year. They lost to Crooksville. They lost to Toronto. But they have, they knocked off East Canton. They knocked off TCC. They lost to Claymont. But, you know, they got some big wins on their schedule. And when you have number 5 in the backfield and Dom Singer, you can get a lot of things done offensively.
Singer, man, he Mr. Do It All for Newcomerstown Trojans. I mean, he runs the ball like he's a man on fire. And you know 90% of the time it's going to go to him. So Newcomerstown's offense is based around Zinger. But, hey, what following cast is going to help him out tonight?
Yeah, for sure. If you look at the rushing attack last week for Newcomerstown, 426 yards on the ground. They only threw the ball once for 42 yards. They had and that was a 1-for-1 with a touchdown last week. They had 1 fumble loss, only 3 penalties, which is great to see, because when we were down here a couple weeks ago, both teams had a lot of penalties going on. But if you look what Dom Singer did last week, check this out. 3 carries, 144 yards and 2 touchdowns, and a kickoff return for a touchdown. Newcomerstown had 3 of those last week.
Ooh, man. 3 kick returns for a touchdown. That's unheard of, especially in high school football. 3 of them, that's impressive. So it's going to be – Newcomerstown's got their work cut off for them tonight, and I am looking forward to the running attack they put every down, hand in the dirt, going after it. So it's going to be a fun night for them.
So if you look at the Malvern Hornets last week, you got to see them.
Yes,
you got
I
to
did.
see that game, and 54-22, they knocked off Buckeye Trail. And if you look back on that game and look at the game that their senior running back, Julius Gore, had, over 200 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns. That's right, 5 touchdowns, and another huge game for the senior tailback for the Hornets. And you know, it's just kind of crazy to see what he can do week in and week out running the football.
Yeah, it was the Julius Gore show last week. I mean, Coach Turco said, hey, we're going to run the ball and we're going to put it on our senior running back's shoulders tonight. We're going to make sure we get our offense going as fast as we can, and that's what they did. They had 1 trip up there in the first half, I remember. Second drive, they went 3 and out. But after that, they were pretty much money with Gore running all up and down the field on Buckeye Trail.
And if you look at other guys that contributed last week, their quarterback, Jackson Jones, 8 of 11, 159 yards and a touchdown. Also had a 2-point conversion, 2 of those 2-point conversion passes. They rushed the ball for 315 yards. So, I think both of these teams are wanting to pound the rock, get it down the field on the ground. Now, if they have to throw, they can, or if they have to, or if they want to, they can. They can mix it in a little bit. But both these teams want to run the ball, keep the ball away from the other team, and make a short game out of it.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm thinking is tonight, Joe, is going to be Malvern's offensive line, Newcomerstown's D-line, and flip that around. Which line is going to hold up best tonight? Because we saw Newcomerstown play. They got a stellar offensive line, and we'll go over that here when we announce the starting lineups. And Malvern's got a really good offensive line. So it's going to be who can get their blocking assignments down pat before halftime and get the adjustments down.
You talked about the offensive line for Malvern. We'll talk about it right now. They got 240, 215, 205, 185, and 220. And the defensive line for Newcomerstown goes 240, 235, 275. They only played 3 up front, but they have 4 linebackers that contend with as well. So they get some athleticism coming through the A gap and trying to wreak havoc in the backfield. And one guy that we see a lot in the backfield is Bryce Gibbs, the sophomore. He's 240 pounds. Last time we were here, he had all 3 of his sacks he had on the season. He got those in the game we were here.
Yeah, the defensive line for Newcomerstown, they just fly around. And what you're going to see, Joe, tonight, I'm going to bet you're going to see a 3-5, but these outside linebackers are going to walk down and make it a 5-3. So they're going to walk them up, walk them back, try to confuse the offensive line for Malvern. On the other hand, Malvern's going to load up the box. Every team we have been here watching Newcomerstown play has had 11 guys in the box no matter what. So like I said, that clock's going to go fast tonight, man. It's going to go whine real quick. Whoever can get the score, that might be the only score of the game.
Absolutely. A beautiful night for high school football. And you know what? We finally have to bring out the hoodies. We've been in shorts and a T-shirt since week 1. Shorts and a T-shirt last week, and this week we have jeans and hoodies on finally. This is football weather. That sun goes down off to our right over here. It's going to cool off a little bit more.
I'm going to put toboggan on my head, man.
It's going to get a little chilly here tonight, but that's perfect Ohio high school football weather, especially in the middle of October for Week 8 as we prepare for the stretch run to the playoffs.
Forgot to mention this. This game has a lot of computer points, man. A lot of computer points. Yep. So this could make or break you in the playoffs, especially Week 8.
Absolutely. Both this week and next week will be a lot of computer points on the line for both of these teams.
Yes, sir.
Newcomerstown has Strasburg. Malvern travels to
TCC.
No, they have TCC next
home.
Week. So, and then they still have East Canton in Week 10. So there's a lot of points left for both of these teams on the table. So both of these teams have something to play for, and will play hard tonight. Again, Week 8 of the high school football season live from Newcomerstown High School. We'll have kickoff coming up at 7 o'clock in our Wood Electric pregame show. That'll start right about 6:30. Again, with Claxon Communications and Big Z Sports.
Hi, this is Zarek with Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. How healthy is the air you breathe? When air quality outside is bad, you can breathe easy inside your home with air purifiers, high-quality air filtration, and other fine products from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. We are your local trained comfort specialists in downtown Dover, providing 24-hour emergency service since 1981. For all your home comfort needs, call us at 330-343-5511. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student-athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
The American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center offers hands-on CDL training and expert-led classroom instruction to prepare you for success. Already trained elsewhere? No problem. Complete testing on-site at U.S. America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Register for training or to take your CDL test by calling today. Get the skills. Get certified. Get on the road with Buckeye Career Center.
Are you a compassionate caregiver looking for a career with purpose? Second Family Home Care and Support Services is now hiring home health aides and STNAs. We offer competitive wages, flex time scheduling, and employment rewards because we believe in supporting the people who support others. Start your journey with a company that truly cares. Visit careers.secondfamily.com to apply today or contact them at 740-462-3152.
Gillen Body Shop knows that when their business is needed, it's never planned and it can cause quite the inconvenience. That's why Gillen Body Shop makes the process as easy as possible for their customers by making sure the work is completed right the first time. Gillen Body Shop has experienced staff that give all completed work a 100% guarantee. So when those unplanned repairs to your vehicle are needed, there's only one choice. Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philadelphia. Find them on Facebook.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at sarchonecdjr.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Ready to go hog wild for game day grilling? Roadie's IJ has meat deals that'll make your spatula do a touchdown dance.
Scott, did you say hog wild? I already painted my chest and tackled my neighbor's dog.
USDA bone-in pork loin chops, $3.28 a pound. Bone-in sirloin roast, just $2.48 a pound.
That's cheaper than a ref's bad call.
Boneless Western-style pork ribs, $3.28 a pound. Whole pork shoulder, $1.98 a pound.
I'm emotionally unprepared for this joy.
Ground round, cube steak, and 2-pound grapes for $3.98. Strawberries for $4.78.
I'm bringing my grill, and maybe put a shirt on.
All this week at Roadie's IJ Millersburg. Don't miss it.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov
or go to empowertusk.com.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
This is Brian Williams, commercial lender with the First National Bank of Denison. The day you decided to open your business, you planted the seed. As your roots become stronger, the First National Bank of Denison is here to help your business grow. Strong businesses make strong communities, and because we live, work, and raise our families here, your business benefits us all. Whether you need more space, equipment, or inventory, come see us today for your next business loan. We are a local bank with local decision makers, and your success is our greatest reward. At the First National Bank of Denison, we have our roots where others have their branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Wright Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Wright Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Week 8 of the high school football season brings us to Newcomerstown High School, and fall high school football, and the stretch to the playoffs starts tonight as the Newcomerstown Trojans host the Malvern Hornets. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Geckler along with Robbie Anderson. And Robbie, here we are again, back at it on a nice, crisp fall evening for high school football. The hoodies are out. The blankets are out. This is high school football in mid-October.
I'll give Adam credit. These hoodies are warm, man. Keeping me warm. I'm usually in shorts right now, but hey, you know what? Getting a little older, so I get cold faster. But no, this game, man, are we in for a dogfight on this one.
It's going to be a great game. The Newcomerstown Trojans sit at 4-3, and the Malvern Hornets come in at 6-2. But you know what's on line tonight? The IVC North, Robbie, and both teams are still in the running for it. Both got to win out. If Malvern can win, they will hold their destiny in their own hands. Newcomerstown, they have only lost to Claymont in the IVC, which doesn't count in the IVC North because it was a crossover game. So we will see what happens here tonight as Malvern and Newcomerstown play for the IVC North title to control their own destiny, because there's really 4 teams that are still vying for that championship. These 2 teams, Strasburg and East Canton as well. But this is going to be a heck of a football game.
Yeah, you ain't kidding there, man. It's going to be a great game. Both teams love to run the football, and I'm looking forward to some great offensive line and defensive line play. That's what I live for. I'm a big man. I played offensive line in high school. I love watching the guys get after it up front, because if you guys get after it up front and the running back, quarterback, or whatever scores touchdown, they're the first person they're going to thank is the O-line for protecting them.
We have battle of the great running backs here for both teams. Dom Singer for the Newcomerstown Trojans and Julius Gore for the Malvern Hornets. Both teams love to run the football. 426 yards on the ground last week for Newcomerstown. 315 yards on the ground for the Malvern Hornets, 206 of them by one Julius Gore.
We might be out of here by 9 o'clock, Joe, maybe 8:45. As much as these 2 teams love to run the football, I mean, you can't, like we said before, these 2 teams, this is one step to the IVC North title. You know there's going to be blood, sweat, and tears left on this football field. The past 4 years, this game has gone to overtime, last-minute drives. So we're in for a great, great game tonight, and I'm looking to see if we have another close one.
Absolutely. And again, high school football, week 8 of the high school football season is upon us in a cool, crisp fall evening in Ohio from Newcomerstown. Again, coming up, we'll have our Wood Electric pregame show. And as it rolls on, we're going to be joined in the huddle by Malvern head coach Matt Churko and Newcomerstown head coach Dirk Gadd. That's after this. You're listening to Big Z Sports with Claxon Communications.
This is RJ Jacobs from DAC Vitamins and Minerals. Did you know that DAC Vitamins and Minerals has more than 40 proven equine supplements that include daily multivitamins, joint, digestion, reproduction and fertility, calming, and many other specialty products? DAC also carries a complete line of livestock products called DAC Show Contender. Feed DAC Vitamins and Minerals to get the competitive edge in the show pen. We've been feeding champions since 1983.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
At Harts's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Harts's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
At
First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community isn't just a slogan. It's how we do business each and every day. I'm Corey Parker, mobile mortgage lender, and our goal is to empower your financial well-being and build a lasting relationship with you, your family, and your business. We're here to assist you every step of the way, from checking and savings accounts to mortgages and commercial loans. First Federal Community Bank, serving your banking needs in Dover, New Philadelphia, Yorksville, Sugar Creek, Berlin, and Mount Hope. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 1810696.
Is there anything better than high school sports? Hi, this is Dan Hosteller of Ferris Chevrolet Buick Toyota. High school sports brings out the best of our high schools and our communities, and the people at Ferris have always been behind the importance of athletics and academics. Just like we believe in the great cars and trucks that we sell and service every day. Like high school sports, we are a great tradition in the area. Ferris on the Wabash, New Philadelphia.
Is your vehicle banged up? Do you want fast professional service to get back on the road? MPAC Collision offers 2 locations, Newcomerstown and Strasburg, to help you out. Whether you need auto glass repair, paintless dent repair, assistance with warranty and insurance, or just need a free estimate, MPAC Collision has you covered. So the next time you need a repair, visit MPAC Collision online at mpactcollision.com and start your free estimate and learn all about what MPAC Collision can do for you.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Welcome back to Lee Stadium in Newcomerstown High School. You're listening to Wood Electric Pregame Show. Joe Geckler in the huddle with Malvern head coach Matt Jerko, presented by Kishman's IGA. Coach, the Hornets knocked off Buckeye Trail 54-22 in Week 7. Looking back, how do you feel your team performed?
Offensively, it was by far our best game. We had over 500 yards of offense, and it was just a team win because even our younger guys got in there towards the end and had a couple scores themselves. And so we were real happy offensively. Defensively, I thought it wasn't our best game, but we still played well. And then special teams, it's kind of been a struggle, and it has to be a lot better tonight.
Coach, senior running back Julius Gore had himself a game versus Buckeye Trail, 206 yards on the ground, 5 touchdowns. What has Julius meant to you in this program the last 4 years?
He's done a really good job. He's really, worked his tail off to continue to get better and stronger and faster and all those things. And, the last couple years, he kind of split a lot of reps with Drake Hutchison, but now that he is Drake's gone and it's just Julius, we told him before the year, hey, you're going to be a 25 carry guy a night, and that's about what he is. So we're real happy with the way he's ran the ball.
Coach, big rivalry game tonight and the IVC North title on the line as well. This game has come down to the wire the last 3 or 4 years. What's been the message to the team this week during practice as you prepared for Newcomerstown?
Well, I told him yesterday, come 10 o'clock tonight, one of us is going to be in first place and the other one's going to be tied for second. The last 3 years, and I expect tonight as well to just be a battle. We have to be physical with them. If we can match their physicality, I think we'll be all right there. But if we don't, they're gonna have the edge.
Coach, the Newcomerstown Trojans stand in your way this evening. What do you know about them, and what do you expect from them here tonight?
What we've seen the last, however many years from them, they're going to come right at you. Singer's a really good running back. he started, as a 3-year starter. He's a real electric kid. He can make you miss, but at the same time he can kind of run you over. He's not big, but he is shifty. Their other two backs, Shulsky and their fullback Gonser, they're just hard runners. They're hard runners. Smith is obviously a threat at tight end. And Justice, I think Justice is a big running threat for them. A lot more mobile than they've had the past few years. So they have some weapons. I think they're sound up front, and defensively they get after it. So we're gonna have to play well for sure.
Finally, Coach, what are your keys for the Hornets to knock off the Trojans on their home field and collect your 6th win of the season?
I think it comes down to, number one, physicality. I mean, we have to be physical. If we're not physical with them, like I said, it could be a long night. Secondly, we got to take care of the football. And then, lastly is no big plays. Singer's a big play, big threat guy. So is Smith. We got to try to limit those two. If we can do all three, we're going to have a good chance.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck, and as always, have fun.
All right, thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
You've been in the huddle with Malvern head coach Matt Churko. Coming up next, I'll be joined in the huddle by Newcomerstown head coach Dirk Gadd. You're listening to the Wood Electric Pregame Show right here with Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Top Notch Auto on East Plum Alley in Janaden. Your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, offering experienced staff that can handle just what you need to keep your vehicle running at its best. Top Notch Auto specializes in diagnostics with state-of-the-art diagnostics equipment. Whether your vehicle needs regular maintenance or major repairs, Top Notch Auto can handle all your vehicle needs. They also offer a large selection of tire brands, including Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, just to name a few. Find Top Notch Auto LLC on Facebook.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Jeff Wallach LLC is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
Lindsay Adams State Farm takes pride in customer service, community involvement, and their professional knowledge in the products and services offered, providing protection to their customers in more ways than just their auto insurance by protecting you from encountering any unexpected occurrences, including your auto, home, income, and the loss of a loved one. At Lindsay Adams State Farm, you're more than a customer, you're part of their family. Learn more about what Lindsay and her agents can do for you by visiting LindsayAdamsF.com. Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Welcome back to Lee Stadium in the Newcomerstown High School. You're listening to Wood Electric Pregame Show. Joe Geckler in the huddle with Newcomerstown head coach Dirk Gadd, presented by Simona Bolteron. Coach, the Trojans won in a shootout last week over TCC 70-40. After reviewing the film, how do you rate your team's performance?
I thought, we came out and executed pretty well in the first quarter. We returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown, so we got off to a fast start. Ran, very few plays on offense and were able to score on several of those. Second quarter came around, we put some of our younger kids in, and, we had some issues tackling. So we ended up, in order to try to keep the spread of the score, we did something. We had to put our first group of offense in, and there wasn't a lot of defense played after that. Let's just put it that way.
Coach, your special teams and rushing attack were in full effect last week. 426 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns. Also 3 big kickoff returns for touchdowns as well. So 2 of the 3 facets of your team were clicking. Defensively, you played well as well. But talk about those 2 aspects, your rushing attack and your special teams.
Yeah, it starts up front. I talked with the kids last night. We talked about how valuable our offensive line is. Some of our best football players are the guys up front. That's where you win and lose games. So we take a lot of pride in being really good up front, being fundamentally really good up front, which, I think we've come a long way from the beginning of the season to where we are now. So, and we got some special athletes with Dom Singer and Mason Shalosky and JJ Justice. We got some guys that can, when they get in space, they can make some things happen. So I was really proud of how our rushing attack was. And anytime you score in special teams, that's a great thing. And to score, I think, a school record 3 kickoff returns for touchdowns, we were excited about that.
Coach, the Malvern Hornets stand in your way tonight. What do you know about them, and what do you expect from them here this evening?
I know they have some explosive playmakers. The Gore kid has given us trouble in the past, so obviously one of the keys to having success tonight is going to be able to contain him. I don't know if stopping him is possible, but definitely try to contain him. They're a really good football team. They beat us the last couple years. We've had some close games, and for the 3rd or 4th consecutive year, we're playing a game against these guys that has a lot of meaning.
You talk about that meaning, Coach, and that's the IVC North title kind of on the line here tonight against Malvern. You mentioned the last 3 or 4 years this game has come down to the wire. 3 years ago, it went into triple overtime, I believe, up at Malvern. You guys pulled out a win there. Talk about this rivalry and what it means to you guys.
Yeah, I think we've been, building more and more of a rivalry, especially with the meanings that these games have had. That's one of the benefits of being a quality football team is you get to play in games that have a lot of meaning. Coach Turco's done a great job with those kids. We have a nice night for football tonight. We're looking forward to a great football game tonight.
Finally, Coach, what are your keys for the Trojans to defend home field, start building momentum for the stretch run to the playoffs?
Well, we can't turn the ball over. First and foremost, we can't turn the ball over. We have to tackle well. That's the next key, and we have to can't give up big plays would be my 3rd key to the game tonight. So easier said than done.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck, and always have fun.
Thanks, Joe.
You've been in the huddle with Newcomerstown head coach Dirk Gadd. Coming up next, the starting lineups and kickoff between the Hornets and Trojans right here with Big Z Sports.
5-star quality, 5-star service, 5-star satisfaction. Hi, this is Chandy Salisbury with Riverside Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. We are proud to be the area's only skilled nursing facility with these elite ratings. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Riverside ranks in the top 3% of nearly 1,000 Ohio facilities for outcomes, return-to-home success, and customer satisfaction. With on-site therapy 7 days a week, we help you recover quickly, safely, and confidently. Call me today at 740-498-5165 to learn more.
Durbin Tire Service, a third-generation family-owned business in Newcomerstown, has been providing quality, dependable, and affordable tire services to the area since 1952. Durbin Tire offers wheel alignment, suspension work, TPMS service, along with a large selection of new and used tires. Durbin Tire Service is at 330 Ray Street in Newcomerstown. Find them online at durbintire.com. Durbin Tire, a proud supporter of Newcomerstown athletics.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
The Clark Kidder Real Estate Team is founded on trust, integrity, discretion, and a total commitment to maximizing the value of your home with 100% satisfaction. Working together, Robin and Melanie have found their diverse neighborhood knowledge and savvy business skills to be perfect complements in finding their clients the perfect fit in their home buying experience. To learn more, visit clarkkitterteam.cutlerhomes.com. The Clark Kidder Real Estate Team would like to wish the best of luck to the Malvern Hornets in tonight's game.
The Contini Insurance Agency knows that shopping insurance isn't always fun, but they strive to make the experience a little less painful. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or recreational vehicles, as an independent insurance agency, they will make recommendations for the coverage you need at a price you can afford. With multiple companies and options available to best suit each situation. To learn more about the Contini Insurance Agency, visit ContiniInsurance.com. The Contini Insurance Agency is a proud supporter of Malvern Hornet Athletics.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Hi, I'm Crystal, General Manager at Loudon Motors Ford. I invite you to stop in and feel the difference of shopping for your next vehicle with our friendly, non-commissioned sales staff, or the personal touch that you will receive from one of the last family-owned and operated dealerships for nearly 100 years. So my question for you is, when will you experience the crystal clear and loud and clear advantage right here in sunny Minerva, Ohio?
Technology shouldn't slow us down. It should move us forward. At LodgeVision Technologies, we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. And we're here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At LodgeVision, it's people first. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and genuine care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. LodgeVision Technologies, local IT, real solutions, people first.
Big moments are coming. Are you ready? If you need sponsor banners, graduation programs, or yard sale signs, the East Central Ohio Print Center has you covered. Visit ecoprintcenter.org. And if you've got a new driver in the house, East Central Ohio ESC offers flexible driver's education with in-car training and online options. Scholarships are available from signs to steering wheels. The East Central Ohio Educational Service Center is here to help. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org.
Newtown Mall provides you a one-stop shop for anything you need. You can shop the latest fashions at Kohl's, Maurice's, or Marshall's, get your sporting goods at Dunham's or Dick's Sporting Goods, or redo a room in your house at Ashley Furniture. Find all these stores and more for yourself and experience Newtown. Plus, you can sign up to be a Newtown Mall VIP and follow your favorite stores so you're the first to know sales, giveaways, events, and more. To sign up and to see all that's happening, visit newtownmall.com.
Want to stay warm in your vehicle this winter? Call the Remote Start Pros at Cartoons and Accessories in New Philly. With over 15,000 units installed over 18 years in the market, Cartoons in-car experts have the expertise to get the job done right. Cartoons carries a full assortment of remote starts that give you any desired range needed to warm up your car from anywhere. We also do diesel vehicles as well as standard shift vehicles. So don't delay. Call Cartoons today and schedule an appointment and stay warm all winter long. Cartoons at 517 West High Avenue in New Philly. 330-339-2006. Be there.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff at McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of these communities, there is nothing better than high school football. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD.
Simona Bolteron is a global leader in plastics technology, manufacturing thermoplastic products for industries such as aircraft interior parts, medical device housings, wall coverings, general thermoforming, and many more. Simona Bolteron, a company like a friend, is proud to be a part of the community and wishes all local athletes good luck and have a great year. For more information, visit them online at bolteron.com. Simona Bolteron, 1 General Street, Newcomerstown.
Welcome back to Lee Stadium in Newcomerstown. Joe Geckler, Robbie Anderson. Big thanks to our sponsors tonight and all season long. DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Wright Mark Roofing, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and Kime Company. And Joe Geckler, Robbie Anderson, our Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studios. And Robbie, Malvern wins the toss and elected to take the football. We're going to take a look at the starting lineups first for the Newcomerstown defense.
Yes, sir. Starting at defensive end, number 62, Bryce Gibbs. He's a 6'1", 240-pound sophomore. Starting at nose tackle, number 68, Andrew Swigert, 5'6", 235-pound freshman. At defensive end, number 77, Martin Hernandez, 5'9", 275-pound junior. At middle linebacker, number 34, Mason Shalosky, 5'10", 205-pound junior. At outside linebacker, number 12, Marcus Justice, 5'10", 200-pound sophomore. At your other middle linebacker, number 3, J.J. Justice, 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore. And your other outside linebacker, number 4, Tegan Garner, 5'8", 185-pound sophomore. At your left corner tonight, number 9, Trenton Brookover, a 5'8", 155-pound sophomore. At your right corner, number 2, Lucas Justice, a 5'6", 135-pound junior. A strong safety, we know him as a zinger, number 5, Dom Singer, a 5'6", 155-pound senior. A free safety tonight, number 7, Tanner Smith, 5'10", 165-pound senior. For the punt returners tonight is Dom Singer and Tanner Smith for the Trojans. Over to you, Joe, for the Hornets offense.
Take a look at the Malvern Hornet offense. Starting up front at left tackle, number 62, Brennan Mitchell. He's 6'3", 240 and a sophomore. At left guard, number 71, Bryson Kassler. He is 6 foot, 215 and a junior. At center, number 52, Andrew Walters. He's 5'9", 205 and a junior. At right guard, number 70, Stephen Harmon. He's 6'1", 185 and is junior. And at right tackle, the senior, number 50, Darnell Jackson. He's 5'9", 220. At quarterback, number 21, Jackson Jones. He's 6'4", 195 and a junior. At running back is Julius Gore. He wears number 8, and he's 6'2", and 205 and a senior. At wide receivers tonight, number 2, Josh Unch. He's 6'1", 200 and a senior. At number 3, Roy Simmons. He's 5'7", 165 and a senior. Number 1, Aiden Sprague. He is 5'8", 160 and a junior. And number 9, Rocco Marinucci. He's 6'1", 165 and a senior. Your kicker, Vidan Arsic. He's 6'2", 165 and a junior. Your kick returners, number 3, Roy Simmons, and number 5, Luke Thomas. He's 5'11", 160 and a junior. And your punter is number 21, Jackson Jones. Again up front, Mitchell, Kassler, Walters, Harmon, Jackson. Your skill guys at quarterback, Jones, Gore at running back, Unch, Simmons, Sprague, and Marinucci are your wide receivers. And that's the starting lineup for the Malvern Hornets on offense. And we'll get to their defense and offense for Newcomerstown and Malvern after we get to the kickoff here, brought to you by Cartoons of New Philadelphia.
Gets the blood boiling, man, here in Enter Sandman going on right now. Each team vying for get themselves a chance to have that IVC North title, and there's a lot on the line tonight, Joe. I mean, Malvern coming in with a winning record at 6-2. Newcomerstown is 4-3, both 2-0 in the IVC North, so a lot to play for tonight, and it's been barn burners the last 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. So strap your seatbelts, lock in. It's going to be a great night.
It's going to be a great night for high school football. As Robbie just mentioned, Newcomerstown in all black uniforms, orange numerals trimmed in white, black helmets, orange and white stripe. Malvern in their all whites with green numerals, green helmets, white stripe, a white M on the side of the helmet. As the kicker for the Newcomerstown Trojans has the ball teed up at his own 40-yard line. There's 12 minutes on the clock. Week 8 is about underway. This Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff is high and low, or a low line drive kick, fielded about the 30 and dropped at about the 40-yard line is the Malvern up man. And that's where the Malvern Hornets will have it, 1st and 10 with their first drive of the football game.
Looked like a little pooch kick there for Newcomerstown, and Julius Gore came up, caught the ball, gave Malvern great field position to start off on their first drive. So Coach Turco and company probably like, hey, we got 10 plays. Let's execute these 10 plays to perfection, fellas. We've been practicing them all week.
They're going to come out in a pistol formation 2-by-2 with Gore in the backfield behind Jones. 2 receivers here on the near side, 2 on the far side.
So right now, Joe, looks like Newcomerstown's putting a 5-2 box in there, but that number 4 right here is going to whistle out here, or JJ's going to cover him.
So Jones takes the snap, going to fake it over, throw it to the far sideline, has his receiver, that's Simmons, and he shoved out of bounds just short of the 50-yard line.
Quick screen to number 3.
That's Roy Simmons on the reception for the Malvern Hornets, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 3, maybe 4 yards for the Hornets.
Yeah, little fake the zone action or run pass option for him, so good start for the Malvern Hornets.
Trips receivers here on the near side, single set on the far side, pistol formation, Jones and Gore in the backfield. Gore just a yard or 2 behind Jones. They're going to turn and hand to Gore. Comes here to the near side, breaks out of a tackle, takes a big hit at about the 48-yard line inside Newcomerstown territory. They say the forward momentum will stop him at the 47-yard line. And that will be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down for the Malvern Hornets, but a big hit there by the Newcomerstown defense.
Tanner Smith coming in and just laying the wood there against Julius Gore, man. Wow, we heard the pads pop through our headphones.
We did. It was a big hit. It looks like Gore may have checked out. Nope, he's still in the ball game. But 11:29 to go here, first quarter. No score between Malvern and Newcomerstown. Pistol formation again. This time 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 on the far side with a tight end set at the end of the line of scrimmage. Simmons goes in motion. They're going to fake and give to Gore up the middle. Comes here on the near side, breaks out of a tackle, keeps the legs moving, and gets brought down at about the 40-yard line inside Newcomerstown territory, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and about 3 for the Hornets.
Yeah, they're just faking that jet right there, faking it to Simmons because Simmons is a speedster, so everybody thinks he's getting the ball, and boom, they're coming right back in with Gore right around. So it gets all the defense flowing with the jet, come backside.
2nd down and 3 at the 40-yard line, 10:45 to go first quarter. No score between Malvern and Newcomerstown. 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 split out on the far side with the back in the backfield is Gore with Jones. Jones takes the snap, rolls here to the near side, fires, overshoots his intended receiver, and that was number 1. Aiden Sprague was the intended receiver. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3 now for the Hornets.
Yeah, he just rolled out here to the right side, looked a little sideline route, had a guy going far corner, guy coming sideline, and just couldn't connect, Joe. Just a little bit over top of the head, not tall enough.
Aiden Sprague, 5'8", that ball. If he would have been about 6 foot, he might have been able to catch that just out of the reach of the senior Aiden Sprague. Now we're going to have 2 receivers, make that 3, make that 4, or 3 receivers. That's going to be 4 receivers on the far side, 1 here on the near side. So quads. It looks like we're going to have a timeout taken on the field, taken by Malvern, a Cush Financial Group timeout. We'll take it with them. Back up to this with Big Z Sports.
Let the experts at Bear Carpet One in Sugar Creek help you pick out the right window treatment for you. Bear is now carrying Alta Window Fashions. Their cost-effective, made-in-America blinds and shades come in many styles. Honeycomb, roller shades, wood, faux wood, aluminum, and vertical blinds. Even custom shutters in many fabrics and materials. Alta blinds and shades can be automated through a remote, smartphone, or even voice. Come check out Bear's Alta display. Bear Carpet One, just off Route 39 in the Salzburg Plaza in Sugar Creek.
Hi, this is Zarek with Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. How healthy is the air you breathe? When air quality outside is bad, you can breathe easy inside your home with air purifiers, high-quality air filtration, and other fine products from Dover Philly Heating and Cooling. We are your local trained comfort specialists in downtown Dover, providing 24-hour emergency service since 1981. For all your home comfort needs, call us at 330-343-5511. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Welcome back to Lee Stadium as Roy Simmons takes the handoff on the jet sweep, and Newcomerstown was having none of it and stopped him right about the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 4th down now for the Malvern Hornets, just back after a timeout. And the Malvern Hornets going to have it 4th down and 3 at the Newcomerstown 40-yard line.
Newcomerstown's defense there, like I said, you can hear it on the sideline here through our headphones, Joe. They're screaming what play's coming. So great ignition, knowing by Coach Gadden and company and coaching staff know what play's coming and gets the defense ready to go.
Receiver split here on the near side, one on the far side as well. 3 backs in the backfield with Jackson Jones in the pistol. Jones takes the snap, going to pitch it out to Gore to the far sideline, gets bunched up, and he is going to get dropped in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss of about 5 yards of Julius Gore, and a turnover on downs. The Newcomerstown Trojans will have the football. 1st and 10 now, right about midfield. Great defensive stand there by the Trojans.
Newcomerstown with a great team pursuit there, Joe. They had 11 hats to the ball right when Gore got the ball, so nowhere for him to go. Big stop there on 4th down for the Trojans.
Take a look at the offensive starters for the Newcomerstown Trojans. Up front at left tackle, number 77, Martin Hernandez. At left guard, number 68, Andrew Swigert. At center, number 56, Jackson Smith. At right guard, number 62, Bryce Gibbs. And Logan Metz at right tackle wears number 71. We'll get to the skill players in just a moment. Full house backfield with Justice under center. Turns and hands to the first man up through the middle. That's going to be Shaloski, and he breaks through all the way down into Malvern territory at about the 44-yard line. That's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank 1st down, a gain of 11 for Mason Shaloski, the 5'10", 205-pound junior. And number 5, Dom Singer in the backfield with him. Number 4, Tegan Goner as well. And their tight end is number 12, Marcus Justice. And wideout, when they use one, is number 7, Tanner Smith.
He just followed Logan Metz right up the middle there, Joe.
So full house backfield again, 1st and 10 at the Malvern 44-yard line. Justice takes a snap, going to turn and hand to Singer. Comes here to the near side, bounces up here to the near sideline, up to the 40, sidesteps and gets out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. It looks like there's going to be a flag on the play way back at about the 48-yard line. It looks like it's going to be a hold on the play as the white hat threw the flag. That's usually a place for holding, Robbie.
Yup, get your hand in the cookie jar there, Joe. Got hands outside the shoulder pads, and that's a big no-no. The referees are going to find that easily.
So a hold against the Newcomerstown Trojan. Going to back him up and wipe off the nice gain there from Dom Singer. Let's take a look at the Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard. Early on, Dover up on Mansfield-Madison 6-0. Strasburg leads Buckeye Trail 6-0. Ballman to Tanner Tucker on a 6-yard touchdown. Canton South leads Fairless 7-0. And that's all the scores as of right now on our Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard. More to come here in just a little bit in week number 8 of high school football. 1st down and 20 now for the Newcomerstown Trojans. Full house backfield. Justice under center. He's going to turn and pitch it. That's going to be Singer off the far sideline. Breaks out of a tackle, puts his hand down and trying to gain a couple more yards. Maybe picked up 2, maybe 3 yards. The Dom Singer going to bring up 2nd down now for the Trojans back of their own territory after the holding penalty with 8:45 to go first quarter.
Yeah, both defenses so far, Joe, look fast up front, getting to the ball. Great pursuit by each team, so they know what's coming. It's just a matter of who's going to stop it first. So I like what I'm seeing so far up front.
Another Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard update. Sandy Valley up on Claymont 3-0 here early on in the first quarter. Full house backfield, 2nd down and 19. They say he only picked up 1 yard, did Singer. Justice turns, going to hand to Singer this time right up the middle, cuts to the far sideline, spins out of a tackle, and it gets driven down and out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Nice run there by Dom Singer. Going to make it 3rd and very manageable now at the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 now for the Trojans as Dom Singer fought his way all the way down inside Malvern territory.
Yeah, he was carrying 4 or 5 Malvern defenders on his back there, getting that extra yardage, kept his feet moving. So Dom Singer, he runs the ball hard, Joe, really hard.
So 3rd down and 6 now at Malvern 40-yard line, 8:07 to go, first quarter, no score between Newcomerstown and Malvern. Full house backfield, Justice under center. Turns and hands again. That's going to be Shalosky right up the middle, lowers his shoulder, and he is going to get enough for the First Federal Community Bank first down.
At the 34, Junior Mason Shalosky.
Man, they look like they have the first down from up here.
They're really close. They're going to give that to him. There's no way that's not first down, Joe.
There's no way from up here that's not a first down.
I can see that with my 2 eyes, and I'm blind, man.
I haven't seen a measurement in high school football in a long time, but you know what? They need to measure this to see if it's a first down. And
I can see it's a whole football first down.
I think they're going to measure it, actually. They're going to bring out the chains. Let's see if the binoculars can pick it up here.
Oh, boy.
The referee's standing in front of the football. So they are going to measure for the first down. I'm going to call it a first down from up here.
It's a full football length first down, man.
And they pulling the chains out, and they are having a tough time stretching the chains, apparently.
Yes.
And that's going to be a first down, as Robbie and I called it from up here on the top of the press box. First down, a First Federal Community Bank first down. How did we see that from up here?
How did you see that from up here?
Hey, the binoculars worked out well here for me tonight. I said, hey, well, they're past that line to gain. I see it through my binoculars because, I can't see. But first down for the Newcomerstown Trojans, going to be 1st and 10 now at the Malvern 34-yard line. No score, 7:49 to go here first quarter. Full house backfield again, Justice under center. 3 backs in the backfield are Singer, Shalosky, and Goner. Going to turn and hand to Singer off the left side, spins out of a tackle, gets dropped down past the 30 to about the 27-yard line. Nice run there, pick up a 7 from Dom Singer. As number 12, Marcus Justice, going to check in for Tegan Goner. 7:20 to go first quarter, no score. Joe Geckler, Robbie Anderson at Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studios.
Whew. Man, it's getting chilly out here. That sun went down, Joe. Oh, man.
You stand up and get into the game, you'll be all right.
I'm good, man. I'm keeping stats for you.
Full house backfield, Justice under center, 2nd down and 3 at the 27-yard line. Going to turn and hand. Nope, they're going to fake it. Going to throw it down the middle. Has the receiver. That's going to be Tanner Smith in the end zone. Touchdown from 27 yards out. J.J. Justice fires a strike to Tanner Smith. And the Trojans lead 6-0.
That was great. They sucked everybody in on the defense. He's one-on-one out here against the Malvern corner. So he laid that ball beautifully in the breadbasket there, Joe. Great pitch and catch there from J.J. Justice to Tanner Smith.
Great throw there by J.J. Justice from 27 yards out to Tanner Smith. And the Trojans lead 6-0 with the extra point upcoming. Looks like they're going to go for 2 are the Trojans. It's typical of the Trojans to do this. They'll go for 2, full house backfield. Full house backfield again. They're going to turn and hand to Singer. Does he get in? He does. That's a 2-point conversion. And it's going to be 8-0 Newcomerstown with 6:52 to go in the first quarter. A timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. A Cush Financial Group timeout. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
The American Professional Truck Driving School by Buckeye Career Center offers hands-on CDL training and expert-led classroom instruction to prepare you for success. Already trained elsewhere? No problem. Complete testing on-site at U.S. America CDL Test Center by Buckeye Career Center. Register for training or to take your CDL test by calling today. Get the skills. Get certified. Get on the road with Buckeye Career Center.
Welcome back to Newcomerstown High School. 8-0 Newcomerstown over Malvern. A 27-yard touchdown strike from Justice to Tanner Smith. And a Dom Singer two-point conversion gives the Trojans a 8-0 lead. Now the Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff going to be a low-line drive squib kick, going to be fielded by an up man about the 30-yard line. That's going to be Julius Gore. Takes it to the far sideline, breaks out of a tackle. Stiffs arm Martin Hernandez and gets dropped at about the 46, maybe 47-yard line. And that's where the Malvern Hornets will have it, 1st and 10, trailing 8-0.
This is going to be the second possession that Malvern has, and they've had great field position both times. So I'm thinking, Coach, you guys putting a lot of, I don't want to say luck, I want to say confidence. He has a lot of confidence in his defense tonight to make the stop.
Take a look at the Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard real quick. Indy Valley up on Ridgewood 7-0. Dover still up on Mansfield-Madison 6-0. Garraway up on Tusky Valley 14-0. Claymont leads Sandy Valley 8-3. Strasburg up on Buckeye Trail 6-0. East Canton up on TCC 7-0. Going to be a handoff up the middle to Julius Gore, and he is gang tackled right about the 45-yard line. They're going to say his momentum had him at the 48-yard line, so that's going to be a loss of about 1, maybe 2 yards on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down now for the Malvern Hornets. The Trojan defense swarming to the football.
He's swarming to the football. First guy there to make the stop was number 62, Bryce Gibbs. He's a 6'100". He's a sophomore, Joe, making that stop.
Remember last time we were here, he's in the backfield all night against Harrison Central. Bryce Gibbs doing good things here tonight for the Newcomerstown. Fake to the back, and it's going to be deflected away by Tanner Smith, intended for number 2, Josh Unch. Nice defense there by Tanner Smith to knock the football away from the bigger Josh Unch. Josh Unch, 6'1", 200 pounds. Tanner Smith comes in at 5'10", 165. Great defense there by Smith.
He got his hands up, eyes, hands, ball. Was right in the position to make the play and knock the ball away. So the size doesn't matter, Joe, with these guys. I mean, they're just Newcomerstown, yeah, they may be a little small, but yeah, they fly around. Their defense is very relentless.
Quads receivers here on the near side, single set on the far side, shotgun formation as Jones in the backfield takes the snap, drops back, looking, going to fire it here to the near sideline, has his receiver, and that's going to be incomplete as it drops short. His intended receiver was number 1, Aiden Sprague, and that's going to be a 4th down now for the Malvern Hornets.
Yep, Malvern looks like they're bringing on the punt team here, so Coach Churko cannot be happy. That ball is just a little bit underthrown, right in the hands. Hit him in the hands, though. So coaches tell you if it hits in the hands, you got to catch that football.
Sprague had to come back and go down on the ground for the football. Could not come up with it as they're going to punt the football away. Jackson Jones is their punter. He has 20 punts, 687 yards, a 34-yard average, 5 punts inside the 20 on the season. Back deep is Dom Singer, it looks like. Stapp is back. Jones going to punt it, and he comes off the side of his foot and goes out of bounds. That's going to be a short kickoff, or a short punt, excuse me. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to mark it about the
37-yard
line. Great field position for Newcomerstown to start their second drive of the game, leading 8-0 with 5:53 to go first quarter.
Newcomerstown's got some control now. They got the confidence. They got that first drive in, so now they can settle in, just run the football like they know how to, and keep putting the pressure on. It looks like
now they're going to call it out about the 49-yard line.
Wow.
So, no, I'm sorry, the 46-yard line.
44
yard line. No, that would be the 44-yard line, excuse me. Full house backfield. Justice under center. He's going to turn and pitch it out here to Singer to the near sideline. Follows his blockers and gets dropped by number 8, Julius Gore, as a penalty flag comes flying in. Probably going to be a hold on Newcomerstown. And it's exactly what it is.
Yes, sir.
I think they're going to get Martin Hernandez on that one. He took his guy to the ground. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a hold, but that official deemed it was a hold, so going to back him up 10 yards.
Yeah, you can't taking someone to the ground and burying your guy, 9 times out of 10 you might get called for it, but that's not a holding penalty. That's just dominating your guy across from you. So I give kudos to Martin Hernandez. He literally was aggressive, and that gets you a penalty. That's something that's not right.
Back to the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 20.
So 5:45 to go here in the first quarter, 8-0. Newcomerstown leads. They have it 1st and 20, back on their own 34-yard line now after the holding penalty. 10 seconds down on the play clock. Newcomerstown taking their time. Shotgun formation for Justice. Going to take it. There's going to be a quarterback power off the right side, and he's going to get driven out of bounds right about the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up a yard or two.
That was a new formation, Joe.
That was a new formation for the Trojans as Justice was lined up in the shotgun with 2 backs beside him and a wing out to the far side. And it proved to be a quarterback power for J.J. Justice.
About 3 yards on the game.
They say he got about 3 yards, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 17 now for the Trojans.
Big possession here for Malvern. They got to get a stop because the way Newcomerstown ran the ball on them the first possession, that's not something Coach Turco and them like to see.
Same formation, 2 backs in the backfield, Justice in the shotgun. Going to turn. This time he's going to hand it off. That's going to be Dom Singer, and he is going to get dropped, and it's going to be a face mask come in. Looks like Julius Gore got a handful of the face mask, and that's going to cause the Newcomerstown Trojans to get some free yardage.
Always love free yardage, man. Helps you out a lot.
So Gore realized he grabbed the face mask and fell down to the ground when he saw the penalty flag laying down beside him, and he's like, man, I didn't mean to do it. It was an incidental thing. You reach up and you grab a face mask. It's not an intentional thing by any means, but it happens, and that's what's going to happen is they're going to mark it off.
Should be an automatic 1st down.
That's a big 15-yard penalty.
If not, it'll be a 2nd down and 2.
Yeah.
Takes it into Hornets territory where it's placed at the 47.
So back into Malvern territory now at the 47-yard line. 2nd down and 2, a 15-yard penalty. 3 backs in the backfield in the full house. Justice under center again. Turns and hands to Singer off the left side, coming here to the near sideline. Breaks out of a tackle. They're going to get another holding penalty on Tanner Smith this time. Again, took his defender to the ground, and they are going to keep calling that as a holding penalty. I don't see a holding penalty right there. I see him being able to just dominate his defender.
Well, that one was a little different, Joe. I was watching. I saw the hold. He turned his guy. So when you are blocking and you turn your guy and you see one arm free and another one holding onto a jersey, they're going to call that all the time. But if you have your hands inside the shoulder pads and you bury your guy, your hands are inside. You're hiding your hands, so you can't see. So they won't call that. But that one, he had his hands, he was twirling his guy, and the referee's going to call that one all the time.
So 2nd down and 12 now after the 10-yard holding penalty on Newcomerstown. 4:51 to go here first quarter. 8-0 Newcomerstown leads Malvern. Full house backfield. Smith under center, going to turn. They're going to fake. Fire out to that's going to be Dom Singer. Breaks out of a tackle and finally gets gang tackled and spun out of bounds. Looks like Julius Gore was over there on the tackle, as well as
Justice to Dominic Singer.
looks like number 9, Rocco Marinucci over there as well on the stop. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. They got the penalty yardage back.
10 yards on the play.
So 3rd down and 2 now for the Trojans. 4:41 to go first quarter. 8-0 Newcomerstown leads.
Yeah, this is a big third down here. This drive has just been penalty after penalty after penalty, so we shall see if they can pick up this third down.
So full house backfield again as Justice under center. Going to turn and hand. That's Shalosky right up the middle. Breaks out of a tackle. It gets down close to the 42-yard line. That's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down for the Newcomerstown Trojans.
Yeah, Malvern's bringing the house, Joe. They have 11 guys in the box. They're diving at legs, just trying to get their linebackers free. So for Newcomerstown, you push your guy to the ground, go straight up to the next level, and block the linebackers. That opens up holes for them. So it's a little, I don't know what we want to call it. Like a little mismatch or something if you dive at the legs.
So full house backfield again. Going to say that a lot tonight, folks. Justice under center. 3 backs in the backfield. This time, the hand is the Stinger. Comes here to the near side. Stiff arms a defender to the 30, to the 25. Gets shoved out of bounds by number 9, Rocco Marinucci. But that's going to be enough for another First Federal Community Bank first down. Nice run there by Dom Singer.
That was a huge gain. Everybody was inside. He bounces out, stiff arm. So Dom Singer runs the ball phenomenal. He finds the open holes, finds where he can run the best, and very quick on the outside. And that was a 22-yard run there, Joe, he just had. So
nice run there by Singer. 22 yards on that one.
He's rocking up the yardage already.
3 backs in the backfield again. Justice under center. And this time right up to Shalosky, right up the middle, all the way down to about the 14-yard line inside the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. The Trojans have it. Second down now and about 4.
And that's another person that's run the ball really hard, Shalosky. I mean, you get Singer, and then boom, Shalosky's right up the middle. That's why it's open up. It's very important if your guards and center can get up to the linebacker. That makes the play for Shalosky to get positive yards.
Second down and 4 now at the 14-yard line for the Trojans, who lead 8-0 with 3:26 to go first quarter. Full house backfield. Justice under center, turns and hands. That's going to be Shalosky again. Drags a couple of defenders down close to the 10-yard line. They say he was down at the 11-yard line, a gain of about 3. Going to bring up third down and 1 now. Third down and maybe a long 1, 2 yards or so, long 1 or 2. Got to get to the 10-yard line for the first down. They're going to call it third down and 2, and they say he was down at the 12.
This is a 2-down territory here, Joe. You got 4-down territory, I should say.
Got 2 plays right here.
Oh, 100%.
Full house backfield again. That's going to be Shalosky. Lowers his shoulder, gets down past the 10 to about the 8-yard line. That's enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down. The Trojans are moving the chains and getting closer to that goal line. They're going to have it first and goal now at the 8.
I got to give kudos here, Joe. The offensive line so far from the Newcomerstown Trojans are just dominating up front, planting guys, getting the second level, communicating well. So as of right now, they are winning the line of scrimmage, and that's what makes or breaks this ball game.
So first and goal at the 8-yard line, 2:10 to go first quarter, 8-0 Newcomerstown. Going to turn and hand. That's going to be Singer. Bounces it outside, breaks out of a tackle, slips out of another tackle, drives his legs all the way down close to the goal line. Does he get in? No. They say he's down at the 1-yard line. Great run there by Dom Singer. Are they calling that a touchdown? I don't think they are.
No, they're calling a second down.
Yeah, I was going to say, the official in the back held his arms up as a touchdown.
No, he held it up for second down.
I got
he was going like this. He's going 2 for 2.
On the 1-inch line. So save that hooting and hollering.
So the Trojans have it now, second and goal at the 1-yard line as Singer tried to get into the end zone and just couldn't battle his way in. So full house backfield. I would imagine it's going to be another handoff here as it's going to be to Singer, and he gets gobbled up. Does he get in?
Yes, sir, he does.
He does. Touchdown, Dom Singer from 1 yard out to make it 14-0 Newcomerstown with 1:17 to go first quarter.
Only fitting. Dom Singer got you down there. He got you to the 1-inch yard line. Let him finish the job there, and that's exactly what he did. A big score for the Trojans.
So 14-0 Newcomerstown with 1:17 to go first quarter. It looks like the Trojans again are going to go for 2.
Dom Singer into the end zone for another impact collision. Trojan touchdown.
Oh, man. It's a fun football game so far, Joe. A lot of running the football so far. And we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
Full house backfield. Oh, it's a high snap fielded by Justice. Is he going to get there? He will. No, he does get in. They say he got in. I thought he landed short. And the side judge on the far sideline said, nope, he got in for the 2-point conversion. That's going to make it 16-0 Newcomerstown with 1:17 to go here in the first quarter. A Cush Financial Group timeout. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Are you a compassionate caregiver looking for a career with purpose? Second Family Home Care and Support Services is now hiring home health aides and STNAs. We offer competitive wages, flex time scheduling, and employment rewards because we believe in supporting the people who support others. Start your journey with a company that truly cares. Visit careers.secondfamily.com to apply today or contact them at 740-462-3152.
Gillen Body Shop knows that when their business is needed, it's never planned and it can cause quite the inconvenience. That's why Gillen Body Shop makes the process as easy as possible for their customers by making sure the work is completed right the first time. Gillen Body Shop has experienced staff that give all completed work a 100% guarantee. So when those unplanned repairs to your vehicle are needed, there's only one choice. Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philadelphia. Find them on Facebook.
Much time. Welcome back to Lee Stadium in Newcomerstown. Joe Geckler and Robbie Anderson. 16-0 Newcomerstown leads with 1:17 to go first quarter. Nice 2 touchdown runs by Dom Singer and 2-point conversion run, one by Singer and one by, or I'm sorry, not 2 touchdown runs by Singer, but a touchdown run there by Dom Singer. It's going to be a low squib kick, and it's going to be fielded on the bounce by the Malvern Hornets at about the 39-yard line. Roy Simmons falls on it, or the Trojans would have had it.
Yes, he was close.
But Simmons fell on it. Again, the scoring plays is J.J. Justice to Tanner Smith for 27 yards and a touchdown. It was a Singer 2-point conversion run, and then just a moment ago, Singer with the touchdown run and with Justice on the 2-point conversion run. Gonna have 3 receivers split to the far side, one here on the near side. Jones in the pistol formation with Gore directly behind him. Gore's gonna get the hand, lower his shoulder, runs hard, and gets up past the 40 to about the 42-yard line, maybe 43-yard line. That's going to be a second down now for the Malvern Hornets with just under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, Julius Gore, if you notice how he's standing tonight so far, he's standing like Ashton Genty. Is that his name?
Yeah.
He's standing straight up. No bend to him, no nothing. And when Newcomerstown's defense, they are swarming to the football, Joe, and it is very exciting to see this.
Pistol formation, 3 receivers to the far side, one here on the near side. Going to throw out. Oh, wow, as a receiver almost gets picked off. That's going to be Roy Simmons, breaks out of a tackle and gets down inside the 50 to about the 49-yard line. That's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down for the Malvern Hornets. Big thanks to our presenting sponsors tonight, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Wright Mark Roofing, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and Kime Company. Also, big thanks to Riverside Manor, Durbin Tire, Ron Rug Automotive, Clark Kidder Real Estate, and Cantini Insurance. We appreciate their sponsorships here tonight for the football game of Newcomerstown and Malvern. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 16-0 Newcomerstown. Back with the second quarter with Big Z Sports.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at sarchonecdjr.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Ready to go hog wild for game day grilling? Roadie's IJ has meat deals that'll make your spatula do a touchdown dance.
Scott, did you say hog wild? I already painted my chest and tackled my neighbor's dog.
USDA bone-in pork loin chops, $3.28 a pound. Bone-in sirloin roast, just $2.48 a pound.
That's cheaper than a ref's bad call.
Boneless Western-style pork ribs, $3.28 a pound. Whole pork shoulder, $1.98 a pound.
I'm emotionally unprepared for this joy.
Ground round, cube steak, and 2-pound grapes for $3.98. Strawberries for $4.78.
I'm bringing my grill, and maybe put a shirt on.
All this week at Roadie's IJ Millersburg. Don't miss it.
Welcome back to Lee Stadium. Joe Geckler, Robbie Anderson in our Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studios. And before we got back, a play was run by Julius Gore. He picked up 8 up to the 41-yard line, or down to the 41-yard line, excuse me. Going to be a pistol formation, four receivers, 2 by 2, as a defender going to jump into the neutral zone. And that's going to be an easy 5 yards for the Malvern Hornets and a First Federal Community Bank first down.
Easiest first down in football there. Joe, just stand there, watch the defensive line, jump off sides. Don't have to do a thing. Let's run down here real quick. A Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard. Indian Valley is up on Ridgewood 13-0. Dover up on Mansfield Madison 12-0. Lexington up on New Philly 21-0. Here on YouTube, Newcomerstown up on 16-0 over Malvern. Garaway up 22-0 over Tusky Valley. We'll come back for the rest of the Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard after this play.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line for the Malvern Hornets. 2 by 2 pistol formation. Jones with Gore right behind him as Simmons comes in motion. Going to hand off to Gore, breaks out of a tackle, takes a big shot, keeps those legs moving. Gets down past the 35 to about the 33-yard line. It's going to be bring up a second down now for the Malvern Hornets. Shaloski in on the stop for the Trojans.
Yeah, back to the scoreboard, Joe. Claremont's up on Sandy Valley, 15-3. Strasburg up on Buckeye Trail, 20-8. East Canton leads TCC, 7-0. Crestline over Canton Valley, 7-0. Salem up on Carrollton, 20-0. Canton South up on Fairless, 14-0. And Bel Air up 12-0 over Harrison Central, Joe.
Pistol formation, 2 by 2. Gore in the backfield with Jones. Jones turns and hands.
Ooh.
Shaky handoff as Gore up the middle, and you can strike up the band because that's going to be a touchdown for Julius Gore from 33 yards out. Broke through that line of scrimmage, and they were not going to catch him as Malvern gets on the scoreboard now, trailing 16-6.
He was close there, Joe. He was close. The ball was on his back. He was trying to find the football because it was a bad handoff, and the bad handoff helped him out a lot because he scored a touchdown from 33 yards out.
Julius Gore breaks out of a tackle, gets up the middle, and gets into the end zone from 33 yards out. And now the Malvern Hornets are going to go for 2. Jones takes the snap, rolls to the far sideline looking, fires into the end zone, and its receiver had fallen down, and it's going to be no good, incomplete. And the score was going to remain 16-6 with 10:25 to go here in the second quarter. But that was an answer that Malvern needed, Robbie. They needed to get on the scoreboard here as Newcomerstown was kind of starting to, not run away with the game, but yet they were starting to
take more control.
Take control of it.
Yeah, I mean, Malvern needed that. After the first 2 drives, they just stalled. Couldn't run the football, couldn't do much. And big answer there by Newcomerstown to keep this in striking range, only down by 10. So, I mean, it's right there for the keep. You got a lot of football left here tonight, and you need another big stop here on defense.
Let's take a look at that Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard. Indian Valley up on Ridgewood, 19-0 in the second quarter. Riker Williams with a 35-yard touchdown run and a 6-yard touchdown run. Bradley Barr with a 7-yard touchdown run as well for the Indian Valley Braves. Dover up on Mansfield Madison, 12-7. Lexington leads New Philly, 21-0. Garraway up on Tusky Valley 22-0. Claymont leads Sandy Valley 22-3. Strasburg up on Buckeye Trail 20-8. East Canton leads TCC 7-0. Salem up on Carrollton 20-0. Canton South shutting out Fairless 14-0, as is Bel Air shutting out Harrison Central 12-0. That's a look at your Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard update.
I wouldn't be surprised to see an onside kick. Ooh, psych.
As the Cartoons of New Philadelphia ensuing kickoff by the Malvern Hornets, as Vidan Arsic going to kick the football away for the Hornets. Sutter steps, gets his right leg into it. Nice high end over and kick fielded at about the 9-yard line. Dropped on the turf. That's going to be Dom Singer. Picks it up. Comes here to the near sideline. Skips out of a tackle to the 30. Down the sideline. Breaks back. Dom Singer getting chased down from behind. And he is going to be brought down about the 20-yard line. No flags around. Dom Singer almost had a touchdown, but he was tracked down. Number 5 tracked him down for the Malvern Hornets, and that was Luke Thomas, or Dom Singer would have had a 91-yard touchdown on the kickoff return, but great job there by Thomas to track him down.
Can I say something about the hit, the block there for Dom Singer there by number 12, Marcus Justice? That block he had, he lifted his guy off his feet, Joe, and that was a pancake block, we like to call it.
So first down and 10 inside the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone, right at the 20-yard line for the Trojans. Going to turn and hand to Shalosky this time, breaks out of a tackle, lowers his shoulder, gets down past the 20 to about the 18-yard line, and a penalty flag comes in well after the whistle. That's going to be a dead ball foul on one of the teams.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit of jawing or whatever. We'll see what the officials call it.
A lot of penalties so far in this first half, man. I mean, I've counted 5 or 6 for Newcomerstown, 3 or 4 from Malvern. So, got to clean it up. You're in week 8 of football.
Did you say week 8? Doesn't it feel like we just started week 1?
Oh man, it was warmer in week 1.
It's been warmer every week.
I know, right?
A little chilly today.
It is.
But these hoodies that we got,
they're nice and warm. Thanks to
keeping us
Dumont's.
warm. Yeah, absolutely.
Dumont's
Dumont's Sporting Goods does a great job. We love all of our apparel we get for Big Z Sports. Dumont's does a great job.
I'm going to need a toboggan, though, if we're going to be doing this in late November, December, Joe. I'm going to need a Big Z Sports toboggan.
I'm going to bust out my heated vest if it stays cold like this again.
I'm
bringing like our producer Gage Wright tonight.
I know, right?
He has a heated
our
vest.
Producer, he's got that thing on high too right now.
Well, he doesn't realize that we're both bigger than him, so I will take that from him if I get too cold.
I'd love to see you fit in that large.
I could probably. I don't know. I've lost 35 pounds.
I might get an arm in it.
Shoot. Oh, look, he's just going to take it off.
He's going to take it off. He's going to give it to you.
Yep. See, he knows I'm a heart patient. Oh, it is a large. It may be a little tight. I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze that in. It's going to be a dead ball. Dead ball. Personal foul on Newcomerstown. Dead ball, personal foul on Malvern. So there's going to be offsetting penalties.
See, I don't understand that, Joe. Why do they walk it backwards, walk it up? Why not just leave the ball right where it's at? Because it cancels out, so you don't move the ball anywhere.
Because the referees need extra exercise.
I guess.
That's what I would say. I mean, I would take the exercise. It's a little chilly. Some of those refs are doing a nice job wearing short sleeves tonight. I don't know how they're doing that, but they're running around down there.
I really want to know if Shannon Thomas is in shorts tonight.
I would imagine he is. I don't know, though, because they are probably outside there at Indian Valley on the platform.
Oh, I'm sure.
The Garraway Pirates score again, up 29-0 on Tusky Valley, part of the Ferris Chevrolet scoreboard. Lexington still leads New Philadelphia 21-0. Claymont up on Sandy Valley 22-3. Strasburg all over Buckeye Trail 20-8 in the second quarter. Second down and 8 now at the 18-yard line for the Trojans. Going to turn and hand. Nope, it's going to be a play-action pass. Going to fire it over the middle. It's going to have Tanner Smith out there. Did he get it?
No.
No, it's going to be picked off, it looks like, by the Malvern Hornets. And exactly what it is, an interception thrown by J.J. Justice.
By number 1, senior Aiden Sprague.
Aiden Sprague with an interception for the Malvern Hornets. Gets the Hornets out of trouble here from going down 3 scores with 9:37 to go here in the second quarter. They'll have it now, 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
That was a nice ball he threw. Sprague was in right position, right time. He just took the ball away from Newcomerstown. So
Aiden Sprague, the senior, with the interception. Now it's going to bring out the Malvern Hornets. They're going to have a 2-by-2 pistol formation, 2 receivers on each side of the field with Gore in the backfield behind Jackson Jones. The handoff to Gore up the middle, lowers his shoulder and gets gang tackled right about the 21-yard line, a pickup of only 1 for Julius Gore. 2nd down and 9 with 9:25 to go here in the first half. Newcomerstown leading 16-6.
Yeah, Newcomerstown's defense, it shows a base 3 front. But the outside linebackers are walking up. Now it's making it a 5-2. So if they can walk up and they think it's a pass, they'll back out and go to their zone coverage. So it's a little confusing for Malvern's up front, and Malvern's up front, D linemen are slanting, angling, taking up gaps. What a play there by Bryce Gibbs. 8 his defender up and 8 up there. Roy Simmons there in the backfield. Basically took him, defender, Roy Gibbs, all 3 at one time tackling him.
Gibbs with a nice job getting in the backfield for the Newcomerstown Trojans. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 13 now for the Malvern Hornets after the sack. Bryce Gibbs gets in there, the 6'1", and 240-pound sophomore. Talked to him a little bit before the game. I said, man, I want to see you in that backfield a lot tonight. And that's the 2nd time I've seen him back there.
Yeah.
Big sack there as Trips receivers comes here to the near side. 1 on the far side. Pistol formation with Gore in the backfield with Jones. Fires it out to the far sideline, has his receiver, and it looks like he toe-tapped right about the 30-yard line. And that's going to be very close to a 1st down. Let's see what the officials call it.
It's going to be very, very close, Joe. Maybe by the...
They needed to get to the 30-yard line and see where they marked the ball at.
They're going to ask for a... Yep, they're going to ask for a
They're going to
check.
have to ask for a measurement. That ball is... The nose of the football is sitting on the 30-yard line. Let's see what the call is going to be as they're going to measure the 1st down. The 2nd time here in the first half that they're going to measure for a 1st down.
Maybe, yep, 1st down, Joe.
They're not going to measure it. The white hat comes in and says, no, sir, that is a 1st down, a First Federal Community Bank 1st down for the Malvern Hornets.
Yeah, that was great pitch and catch there. Great recognition by Roy Simmons to know where he was at on the field, where the sideline was, toe-tapped it in, made sure he got that 1st down for Coach Sturko.
I know I'm going to jinx myself, but for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been saying Jared Withrow at quarterback for the Malvern Hornets. But Jackson Jones doing a great job. Jared Withrow down at Ohio State now and being a student. You know, he's no longer playing football, but you know what? I know the Malvern Hornets miss Jared Withrow here at quarterback, but Jackson Jones doing a nice job. Going to fake it to Gore, fires over the middle, has his receiver. That's going to be number 2, Josh Unch. And that's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank down inside Newcomerstown territory at the 46-yard line. And the Malvern Hornets got the ball moving, and they've got a drive going. They started on their own 20-yard line all the way into Newcomerstown territory now at the 46.
That was a bubble slant, Joe. So bubble, inside receiver runs the bubble. Everybody else runs the slant, and everybody bites on the bubble 90% of the time, so that slant's wide open. Good ball, though. That was a nice ball. He let him.
3 receivers on the far side of the field, 1 here on the near side. Pistol formation. Simmons comes in motion. They're going to hand it to Gore right up the middle. Breaks out of a tackle. Cuts down to the far sideline. It gets tripped up at about the 30-yard line. They're going to say the 31-yard line. That's going to be another First Federal Community Bank 1st down. Nice run there by Julius Gore.
Yeah, like I said, everybody's going out with the jet sweep with Simmons, and it leaves the backside open for Gore. So they're pulling linemen, and they're getting the linebackers reading the guards. So he's reading the guards, that leaves the backside wide open.
6:52 to go here in the first half. 16-6. Newcomerstown leads. Pistol formation 2-by-2. Gore in the backfield with Jones. Defender jumps offside. That's going to be Tegan Goner going to get caught with his foot in the neutral zone, and they're going to give him 5 yards, make it 1st down and 5.
Penalties, man. Penalties. What did we say before? You're in week 8 of high school football, and you have this many penalties. That's just lack of being whatever you want to call it, but you can't have this many penalties at week 8. It's going to hurt you later down the road if you don't clean them up now.
So 1st and 5 now at the 26-yard line for the Malvern Hornets. Pistol formation, 2 receivers on the far side, twins here on the near side. Gore in the backfield behind Jones. Jones turns and hands to Gore right up the middle. Stiff arms the defender. Breaks out of another tackle to 25 to the 20 to the 15. Gets a block to the 10 to the 5.
Touchdown.
Into the end zone. Touchdown. Julius Gore from 26 yards out. 16 to 12 now. The Newcomerstown Trojans lead. But Julius Gore had something to say about that from 26 yards out.
Whew, this dude is a touchdown machine. 5 last week, 2 tonight so far, Joe. 7 between the 2 weeks. I mean, he's putting himself up there for Player of the Year in IVC North.
Yeah, Julius Gore having a good game here again tonight. Another touchdown run by him, 26 yards this time. His first one was 34 yards. This one was 26. They're going to go for 2 again. Have 2 receivers on the far side, shotgun or pistol formation. Going to turn, nope, they're going to fake out. They're going to throw it out to the far sideline. That's going to be Simmons, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield. That 2-point conversion is no good, and the score remains 16 to 12 with 6:26 to go. Timeout on the field, a Cush Financial Group timeout. We'll be back after this with Big Z Sports.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
This is Brian Williams, commercial lender with the First National Bank of Denison. The day you decided to open your business, you planted the seed. As your roots become stronger, the First National Bank of Denison is here to help your business grow. Strong businesses make strong communities, and because we live, work, and raise our families here, your business benefits us all. Whether you need more space, equipment, or inventory, come see us today for your next business loan. We are a local bank with local decision makers, and your success is our greatest reward. At the First National Bank of Denison, we have our roots where others have their branches. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Lee Stadium in Newcomerstown. 16 to 12, Newcomerstown leads Malvern as Dom Singer back for the Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. As looks like they're going to try to play the squib kick or the onside kick. Is Newcomerstown. Be a low line drive kick, and it's going to be spinning. Better jump on it, and they do.
No,
and they field it at about the 22-yard line. A funky kickoff there and a funky spin on the ball by the kicker, Arsick. But the Trojans have it now at the 21, maybe 22-yard line, leading 16 to 12, with 6:23 to go first half.
Now, Coach Gadden, they can play the clock here, Joe. You have 6:23 left. They have all 3 timeouts. Malvern has 2 left. So you play the clock right. You get the ball to 21. So play it right. You can double dip them.
So the Trojans will have the football to start the second half as Malvern won the toss. Elected to take the football to start the game. 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line now for the Trojans. Full house backfield, Justice under center. Going to turn and hand to Singer on the counter. Breaks out of a tackle. Keeps those legs moving, churning up past the 25 to about the 26-yard line. This will be a gain of about 5 to bring up 2nd down and 5 now for the Trojans.
Yeah, the counter play works great for Newcomerstown. They put body on body, double team up to the second level, and it leaves a hole wide open for Dom Singer to run up to the left side. So he also has a blocker in Shalosky. So that's a big dude blocking for you up front. Full house backfield from Newcomerstown here.
Oh, they're going to get him to jump.
Yes, sir, they are.
We're going to have a couple Malvern Hornets go into the neutral zone. That's going to be a free 5 yards as Newcomerstown has given Malvern a free 5 yards a couple times. Malvern returns the favor and does it right there. Nice job by Justice to get the hard count and get the Malvern Hornets into the neutral zone.
And it makes second down a lot more manageable now. 2nd and 1, 2nd and inches. That could be a first down, honestly.
Second down in half of the length of a football.
That's a first down, Joe. They need to get to the 31. That knows the football's right at the 31. Just give them the first down.
Looks like they are going to try to measure the football or measure it again as a couple of players wanted a measurement. They're going to bring the chains out, and I'm going to say it's going to be a first down like Robbie said. I thought it was right on the line. Let's see what they call it. They stretch the chains out.
If it's not, it is literally really, really close.
Is he getting a credit card out there? I can't really tell. It looks like he reached in his pocket for something.
He's reaching in his pocket for something, Joe. He is. He's got something in his pocket. What's he got?
Is he measuring it?
He is. He's measuring it by a card or something.
It's
short
by 2 inches.
2 inches.
They said 2 inches short of the first down. They actually got something out to measure it to see if they were there. And looks like it's going to be a second down in 2 inches. Obviously, it's going to say 1 on the scoreboard. But
yeah.
Second down, maybe that's 1 inch. How about that? Second down in an inch. As Newcomerstown has the football, leading 16-12 with 5:39 to go here in the first half.
Just give it to Shalosky. Let him pick up the first down.
Just fall forward if you're Justice.
Yeah. Just keep the clock running.
Full house backfield again. Another hard count by Justice. Turns and hands. That's going to be Shalosky, and he's going to get it. He's going to have the first down. Is he going to be dropped all the way down and back in the backfield? But his forward momentum gave him the first down. A First Federal Community Bank first down for the Trojans.
What did I say? Just give it to Shalosky. Give it to the big man. He comes up limping here, Joe. Looks like he's coming out. Is that Shalosky?
It's ball out to the 33.
No, it's not.
First and 10.
33, Joe, for Newcomerstown, sir.
33 for Newcomerstown is Josh Harvey.
Yes, Josh Harvey came off limping there.
We'll keep an eye on that. Full house backfield again with Justice under center. Going to turn and hand. That's going to be Shalosky. Nope, they fake it. They have Tanner Smith running down the far sideline, and he's going to be incomplete. Actually, that was Dom Singer who laid out and looked like Superman going across the field there, trying to catch that football as Dom Singer just was overshot by his quarterback, J.J. Justice.
Looks like we got a little substitute change here on the Newcomerstown line, Joe.
Yeah, it looks like Martin Hernandez off the field right now as well. Left tackle Martin Hernandez on the sidelines. We'll see if he can get back in. We'll try to get a substitute number for you.
Looks like they did some rearranging here, Joe.
Second down and 10 now at the 33-yard line for the Trojans. Going to turn and hand to the first man through. That's going to be, that looked like Shalosky through the middle. And looks like he got to about the 35-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 2 to bring up third down and 8 now for the Trojans.
Don't be surprised here if you see the Trojans do a hard count, try to get Malvern to jump off sides to make it 3rd and 3 here. But never know about Newcomerstown, so you got to just watch the football for Malvern's defense.
Third down and 8 now at the 35-yard line. Clock moving with 4:12 to go here in the first half. 16-12, Newcomerstown leads. As number 71, Logan Metz, jumps off sides. They're going to back him up 5 yards.
They did the hard count. They just had the wrong guy jump off sides, Joe.
Yep, and it was the hard count there by Justice. Got his own guy to jump off. It was so good. So Logan Metz, the senior, 6'2", 340-pound senior. Going to miss him on that offensive line next year.
Yeah.
As well as number 56, Jackson Smith, who's a senior. He's their center.
False start on the Trojans, 5-yard penalty.
I'll back him up to make it third down and 13 now for Newcomerstown.
For the Trojans, 30.
big third down here, man. You're at your 30-yard line. Malvern's right in striking range. Just keep them behind the chains as much as you can.
Going to turn and hand. No, it's going to be a play-action pass, a little shovel pass right up the middle. As his receiver spins out of a tackle, that's going to be Tanner Smith. Does he get to the 40? He does. He gets about to the 41, almost 42-yard line. That's going to bring up a 4th down and a long one for the Trojans. Let's see what they decide to do. If they don't get the first down, though, it's going to be 4th down and about. They're going to call it 4th down and 2.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Trojans are going to go for it. Calling it 4th down and 2 at the 41-yard line, more like 41 and a half.
I like that shovel pass, Joe. If you shovel the ball out, if he drops it, it's an incomplete pass. But if he catches it like he just saw, it makes now a 4th down and very manageable for him. And it looks like Coach Gadd might be taking a timeout here.
You get the play clock all the way down to 1, and Gadd will take a timeout. The Newcomerstown timeout, a Cush Financial Group timeout. We'll take it with them. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Wright Mark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Wright Mark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
This is RJ Jacobs from DAC Vitamins and Minerals. Did you know that DAC Vitamins and Minerals has more than 40 proven equine supplements that include daily multivitamins, joint, digestion, reproduction and fertility, calming, and many other specialty products? DAC also carries a complete line of livestock products called DAC Show Contender. Feed DAC Vitamins and Minerals to get the competitive edge in the show pen. We've been feeding champions since 1983.
Welcome back to Lee Stadium. The Trojans have decided to punt the football away. 4th down and 2 at their own 41-yard line. And there's going to be a penalty flag now on the play. Probably going to be a delay game. Back them up, false start.
How do you get false start when you haven't even put your hand down on the ground yet?
How could you have a dead ball false start?
Yeah, you haven't even got down in your stance yet.
That doesn't make sense.
That makes no sense.
I'm not sure how you can do that, but hey. I guess if this official crew wants to call it a false start when they haven't had been set, then that's what they do. 4th down and 7 at the 41-yard line.
I was really thinking a fake there, Joe. That's what I was thinking there. 4th down and 1, 2. I would have went for a fake. But
I don't think they're going to do it at 4th and 7.
Not now. No, they're gonna let JJ Justice just punt the football.
Justice is their punter. He's also their quarterback, but not 4th and 7. Snap is back. Going to be a high, wobbly punt. Going to be signal for a fair catch, but he's going to let it go. Is Simmons going to go out of bounds right about the 20-yard line, took a Newcomerstown roll and pins the Hornets back deep. They said it was Tanner Smith on the punt. I thought it looked like J.J. Justice.
It did
back
look
there.
like. In the second quarter. We got to get better eyes, man.
Check out their feet next time because Tanner Smith has the orange tape on his feet.
Yes, sir.
Justice does not, so we'll have to see the next time if they have to punt. Two receivers on the far side, one here on the near side. Make that 3 receivers now on the far side. Pistol formation with Gore in the backfield as Simmons goes in motion. Going to fake it, now hand to Gore right up the middle. Lowers his shoulder and gets dropped at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 with 2:45 to go now first half.
Yeah, Bryce Gibbs there. He just shut his defender off, made the tackle. He made his tackle. Perfect form tackle, Joe. He wrapped his legs, wrapped everything, and took him straight to the ground. So, like Coach Gadd said, they practiced tackling a couple weeks ago, and he just wanted to keep practicing it. So now it's paying off in a game for these players.
We'll get to the Bear Carpet 1 scoreboard update here in just a moment. Some games already at the half. Our game 2:15 till the half, 16-12. Newcomerstown leads. Pistol formation, going to hand to Gore right up the middle again, breaks out of a tackle, takes a big hit about the 30-yard line, and that's going to be very close to another first down. Looks like he's going to be about a half a yard, maybe a yard short. Going to bring up 3rd down and 1, under 2 minutes to go here first half.
Really short, really close to that first down. So Pick it up, keep the chains moving, keep the clock moving here.
On a play, 3rd and 1.
Third down and 1 now. 1:40 to go in the first half. Twins receivers on each side of the field in the pistol with Jones hands to Gore. Oh, he takes a big hit, skips out of a tackle, and it's going to be very close to another first down. They are going to call it a First Federal Community Bank first down for the Malvern Hornets. The clock moving at 1:30 to go as Newcomerstown leads 16-12.
This has been a barn burner so far, Joe, and nothing less. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see a great game like this. I knew it would be, so this second half is going to be a dandy.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line as Jones takes it, rolls out to the far sideline, has his receiver. Nice pitch and catch and out of bounds as the clock stops. Looks like that was Roy Simmons.
That was number 1, Joe.
Number 1, Aiden Sprague.
Yep, Aiden Sprague.
About 5 yards on the pickup.
Be 2nd down and 5 now after the gain of 5.
2nd and 5 from the 36.
1:08 to go here in the first half. Newcomerstown up 16-12. Trips receivers here on the near side, single set on the far side. Jackson Jones fires down the far sideline and overshoots his intended receiver, and a cameraman on the far sideline caught it
one-handed
all the way on the track. That was a ball boy, excuse me.
Number 2, Lucas Justice on the defense. The incompletion brings up.
That was a nice catch.
That was a very nice catch by the ball boy over there. Almost on the track, that ball was thrown a good 5 yards out of bounds and 10 yards ahead of his intended receiver. 2 receivers on each side of the field. Now make that 3 as the receiver comes in motion here to the near side. Trips here on the near side now, single set on the far side. Hand to Gore, right up the middle, breaks out of a tackle, sidesteps another one, keeps those legs moving, and gets down close to the 50-yard line. He's going to be dropped at a 49-yard line with 54 seconds to go. Another First Federal Community Bank first down for the Hornets.
He's just very hard to bring down, Joe. He just keeps his legs moving. We were down there at pregame. They were warming up, and you're like, where's Julius at? Where's Julius Gore? I go, you can't miss him. He's got tree trunk legs. He's right in front of us.
And a timeout taken by the Malvern Hornets with 54 seconds to go. We'll take it with them. A Cush Financial Group timeout. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
At Harts's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Hartsler's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
Welcome back to Lee Stadium. Timeout here is over with as the Malvern Hornets come out pistol formation. Jones fires here to the near side, has his receiver in and out of his hands. It's going to be incomplete, going to stop the clock with 48 seconds to go.
Jackson Jones pass.
Bring up 2nd down and 10 now. With the Trojans leading 16-12 right before halftime. The Newcomerstown Trojans will get the football to start the second half as Malvern won the toss at the beginning of the game.
Just can't give up a touchdown here, man. Give up a touchdown. That's it's going to be a heartbreaker going into halftime. That's going to be a lot of adjustments they're going to have to make.
4 receivers, 2 on each side, pistol formation. Jones drops back, looking, fires to the far sideline, has his receiver, and that's going to be
Sprague.
Looks like number 1, Aiden Sprague, and that's going to be another First Federal Community Bank first down. A clock moving after the chains are moved for the first down. Pistol formation again, 2 by 2. Jones takes the snap, going to spike it to stop the clock with 36.1 seconds to go here in the first half. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 now for the Hornets.
That was a big play. They just ran verts on the insides, or curl routes on the outside, and hopefully someone jumped on the seam routes. So they did, and they let the corner come back right there open.
36 seconds to go here in the first half. Newcomerstown leads 16-12. 2-by-2 pistol formation. Jones takes the snap, drops back, fires to the far sideline, has his receiver, going to be tipped away. Great job there by the defender for the Newcomerstown Trojans. Number two, Lucas Justice on the pass deflection. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10 now. Jackson Jones throws a really nice football, though.
He throws a nice football, but he lets it float a little too much. He doesn't have any zing to it. He's got to have a little bit more zing to it, and he'll get it there. But he's letting that thing float in the air a little bit more. He'll get it picked off, but you got to have some zing to it.
2-by-2 pistol formation. Jones going to roll here to the near side. Screen. Flip it back, and that's going to be nice deflection there by Bryce Gibbs as he got in from his defensive end position, knocked the football away from Julius Gore. Going to bring up 4th down now for the Malvern Hornets with 26.9 seconds to go.
Yeah, Bryce Gibbs there, he read that perfectly. If no one's blocking you, then you just go back to the line of scrimmage and make sure that you know it's a screen coming.
2-by-2 pistol formation. As Jones takes it, rolls to the far sideline, fires down the far sideline, incomplete, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Nice hold there by the Newcomerstown defense. They're going to take the football back with 21.6 seconds to go. I would imagine the Trojans.
He's at the 30, the 35. Look at Keith Thomas go down there, ladies and gentlemen.
Keith Thomas running up here. He's going to join us at halftime in our First National Bank of Denison halftime report.
Who's doing that? You or me?
That's going to be you.
Oh,
I'm going to bring the band back together from last week.
All right.
And you guys are going to talk a little bit of wrestling and talk about some state-ranked wrestlers in our area. And if you want to know anything about wrestling, that guy, Keith Thomas.
He knows a lot, man.
He knows a lot. As the Trojans are going to take the ball and take a knee and run the clock out here to end the first half. Newcomerstown will do that, and that's going to be the end of the first half with the Newcomerstown Trojans leading 16-12. Stay tuned for our First National Bank of Denison halftime report, where we'll have Keith Thomas up here talking some high school wrestling as we're getting ever so closer to the winter sports season. But Keith will break down the high school wrestling scene with our boy Robbie Anderson as the band will get back together here at halftime from last week, and he'll talk a little bit of high school wrestling and state placers and state returners from last year and state-ranked wrestlers and teams as well. But that's coming up here in our First National Bank of Denison halftime report. Again, 16-12, Newcomerstown leads. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
At Hartson's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Hartzler's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
At First Federal Community Bank, investing in our community isn't just a slogan. It's how we do business each and every day. I'm Corey Parker, mobile mortgage lender, and our goal is to empower your financial well-being and build a lasting relationship with you, your family, and your business. We're here to assist you every step of the way, from checking and savings accounts to mortgages and commercial loans. First Federal Community Bank, serving your banking needs in Dover, New Philadelphia, Yorksville, Sugar Creek, Berlin, and Mount Hope. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 1810696.
Is there anything better than high school sports? Hi, this is Pat Ferris of Ferris Chevrolet Buick and Toyota. High school sports bring out the best in our schools and in our communities, and the people at Ferris have always believed in the importance of athletics and academics. Just like we believe in the great cars and trucks we sell and service every day, like high school sports, we're a great tradition in this area. Ferris, on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
Is your vehicle banged up? Do you want fast professional service to get back on the road? MPAC Collision offers 2 locations, Newcomerstown and Strasburg, to help you out. Whether you need auto glass repair, paintless dent repair, assistance with warranty and insurance, or just need a free estimate, MPAC Collision has you covered. So the next time you need a repair, visit MPAC Collision online at mpactcollision.com and start your free estimate and learn all about what MPAC Collision can do for you.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Top-notch Auto on East Plum Alley in Janaden. Your one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, offering experienced staff that can handle just what you need to keep your vehicle running at its best. Top-notch Auto specializes in diagnostics with state-of-the-art diagnostics equipment. Whether your vehicle needs regular maintenance or major repairs, Top-notch Auto can handle all your vehicle needs. They also offer a large selection of tire brands, including Goodyear, Kelly, and Cooper, just to name a few. Find Top-notch Auto LLC on Facebook.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Jeff Wallach LLC is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
Welcome back to Newcomerstown High School. We're at halftime here as the Newcomerstown Trojans lead the Malvern Hornets 16-12 with about 14 minutes left here at halftime. And pleased to announce I got someone special up here in the booth with us tonight. Old Keith Thomas. The band's back together.
Back together after last week we called a game, and this week Joe's back. So I'm back in my element down on the sideline stringing.
Yes, you are.
It's a good night for football, and, finally fall football.
Yeah, it is. It's a little chilly up here, though. I'm just bouncing around trying to keep warm.
I told him on the sideline, tonight is the first night I had to put on a hoodie. So,
dang.
You think about that. That's October.
Well, you think last week, too, we were up in Malvern, and the sun was right in our eyes, beaming on us for a solid 2 hours. We were sweating. I was like, the sun needs to go down. But, hey, we're here Friday night, nice, cool night, and it's getting close to that winter time and close to what you love to call and love to do. So why don't you bring us in here and talk about Big Z Sports and what they're going to do with the wrestling season?
Yeah, so this year, Big Z Sports, last year we dabbled in it. This year we expanded. This year we're going to be doing 12 live events on YouTube. We're going to do 5 events where we're going to send stringers like we do for football, something we never did. That way that we're getting the max coverage that we can get. A lot of the stringing events are the 2-day tournaments where it just isn't feasible where we can get the cameras there for 2 days, but we want to provide the coverage. And myself, Blaze McMorrow, will be the main 2 guys out doing it, and I'm sure there's a few guys we're talking about will help when they can. But we're pretty excited. We're going to open the season, I think it's December 10th, Claymont versus Waynedale, 2 top teams in the area. Waynedale's going to be putting a team together. It's going to be competing for a Division III team title. And, Claymont's kind of made that rebound in the last several years and put themselves as one of the top guys in the county. And, they won the IVC championship last year, and they had, Indian Valley and Garraway hot on their heels. And, Garraway is going to have an assembly duel, we call it. December 12th, they'll be going against West Holmes, and that meet, how that works is that happens during the school day. So that's about a 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I love that. That's awesome.
So they'll have the kids there, and the gym I'm sure will be packed, and we're pretty excited about that one.
Are we covering that?
We will be there. It'll be a live YouTube event.
I think that's the first time ever something like that's ever happened around here.
Yeah, so we open the season right out of the rip. We're going to have, December 10th, we'll have Claymont, Waynedale. Then we're going to come right back December 12th with 2 solid teams in Garraway and West Holmes. So, no better way to kick off the season.
No, so this week we saw some projections come out, like preseason rankings. They always like to rank the kids to show who's coming back, where they want to rank them, to see how far they get and see what they can do. So why don't you tell us about some of the top names that are ranked high in the state of Ohio coming into 2025?
So right now, it's, as we say, it's preseason. There's a lot of kids that got in some weight classes you really don't know, right? Yeah. So these coaches, they don't start practice till like November 14th, the first day of coaching, and they'll have weight certification sometime around Thanksgiving.
What is that actually?
So what that is where they'll take the kids and they weigh them in and they do a hydration test. They do like a bench test. And then the state will tell them how low they can drop.
Oh, really?
So if you take a 120-pound weight class and you go in and you say they come in and they say it's 120.6, you can't drop to 120. You got to go up and wrestle 126. So that's the thing to keep kids from cutting a bunch of weight.
Really, I did not know that. I thought if you were like like me, I want to go from heavyweight to 185. And then state says, no, you can't do that. So what if you try to do that later down the road, you're at 185?
Well, they give you, I believe, don't hold me to this, I think there's a target for it, and they'll put some things out there, and I think there's a point in the season that you can kind of rehydrate.
Yeah.
But it's really tough. It's not an easy process. So pretty much at the beginning of the season, you go through that process, you do your hydration test, and that's where you fall.
I wanted to ask Blaze this when he was here with us talking wrestling last time we were at Newcomerstown. So state week, you come in, you weigh in that first day. Do you have to weigh out and weigh back in the next day too? Or
yes.
Once you weigh in,
each day you get a pound. So you can weigh out or you can weigh back in the next morning. You get the pick, and you get a pound. So everybody loves Christmas. You know why they love Christmas? Because after Christmas you get a pound.
Really?
So that if you're a 120-pound kid, you get to weigh 121 after Christmas. So you get a pound, and then there's growth for that. So then when you get to the sectional tournament districts, they keep adding a little bit of weight to help the kids through the season growth.
Oh, okay.
So it isn't too bad, but it's tough. I mean, wrestlers, you got to be disciplined. You got to do the right things when season's in. There's a lot on the line, Yeah. I've seen kids get to the sectional tournament and miss weight, and their season's over.
Wow, I could never imagine just missing weight and you're like, oh, you're done, your season's over.
Yeah,
like,
there's no mulligans, and especially if you're a senior, that's tough. So it's a tough job as a wrestler to manage your weight, and really takes a lot of work. And wrestling parents are a different breed, I say. Because it takes a lot of discipline with them helping their athlete. Because now I gotta say athlete because one thing that's growing, especially in our area, is girls wrestling.
Yeah. So why don't you talk about preseason rankings here? We have kids around the area here ranked high.
So we got some good kids that are ranked high. Garraway's coming in with about 8 kids ranked Claymont's coming in about 6. Indian Valley with 7. Those are kind of the guys leading the way. Bodie Raymond from Indian Valley, he's coming back ranked 2nd at 106 pounds.
Woo-wee!
We cover Carrollton, Sawyer, Broadwater. He's coming in ranked 8th. And then Cole Wallace from Claymont, he's going to be ranked 12th, and that's all at 106 pounds. So then we jump up to 113. Bronco Braun from Indian Valley, who had a great run last year at the state tournament. He's coming in ranked 2nd. Nash Edwards from Claymont, he's coming in ranked 15th. Then we'll jump up and we'll take a quick look here. 126 pounds, local here. Brock Albright, Indian Valley, he's ranked 10th. Daniel McGar from Claymont's 24th. We'll jump all the way up to 138 pounds. So this is all Division II, Robbie?
Yeah.
Then we'll jump over to D3. So then 138 pounds, now Abier from Claymont. He's coming in ranked 6th in the state. 144 pounds, you got Drayvon Searcy from Claymont. He's ranked 12th. I skipped over Boston Braun from Indian Valley. He's ranked 20th.
Are those all Dusty's kids?
Them 2 boys are Dusty's kids.
Of course, Dusty's a big wrestler down in Indian Valley.
Yeah. He was a long-time coach there, and then he
sir.
stepped away. So Brett O'Connor, Indian Valley's ranked at 150 pounds. Luke Henry from Claymont's ranked at 150 pounds. The big one's at 157 pounds. Loudon Dixon, even though he's out in Holmes County, he's one of the areas we cover. He's defending state champ coming back.
Wow.
So I'm sure, he's looking to repeat that title.
Oh, I'm sure.
Then the one there that's ranked locally is Cam Stout. He's a returning state placer for Claymont. He's going to be a sophomore. He's ranked 6th in the state. And then both them boys could be at the same sectional and the same district, depending on the sectional draw.
Oh, wow.
So when you go in there and you look, you got 2 top 8 kids in the state could possibly be in the same sectional, same district. We'll take a big jump over to Division III here real quick. That's where a lot of the Garaway Pirates are. And 106 pounds, Bryce Books from Garaway, he's ranked 16th. And last year, Bryce Books, he had to wrestle up a lot because they had Lucas Miller, who's ranked in the state at 113. He was their starter at 106. So this is a true weight class for Bryce. I look for him to do a little better in 16th, in my opinion. I think he's a solid kid. Lucas Miller's ranked 14th for the Pirates. One kid we'll mention here from Sandy Valley, Owen Simpson, real solid kid, ranked 20th. 144 pounds, Braylon Books last year had a great run at the state tournament. I believe he finished 5th or 6th. He's ranked 8th in the state at 144. 150 pounds, Mitchell Tetro. Garaway, he's ranked 7th.
Wow.
Colton Domer is ranked at 165 pounds. He's ranked 8th. Matt Fry from Garaway, he's from Garaway. He's ranked 5th. Thomas Grins at 190 pounds. He's ranked 20th. Knox McKibben, he's going to be a sophomore from Harrison Central. He's ranked 3rd. And then at a 285 pounds and Dylan King from Garaway, he's ranked 19th at 215. And then 285, we got Ben Congdon from Tuskegee Rally, ranked 5th. And a guy you're covering here tonight, Martinez Hernandez, he's ranked 16th. So Hernandez is solid on the mats, man. I mean, I think he's a type of kid if he gets there, he can make the state tournament. He could do about anything.
Yeah, so what you're telling me is that IVC showdown for the title at Claymont High School is going to be a doozy here as they come up.
Yeah, it's going to be February 11th. If you ain't got nothing going on, be at Claymont. If not, watch it live because it'll be on Big Z Sports. We do that one live.
That's awesome.
It's a one-day tournament, and I'm telling you, the IVC right now is blessed. I mean, with talent, and I really believe this year between Garaway, Indian Valley, and those guys in Claymont, they're going to put on some great duels. And Waynedale's kind of pulling into our coverage, and they're, like I said, they're a top 3 team in the state right now in Division III. And we're covering all them duels. Garaway's going to take on Claymont. I'm at Garaway, Waynedale. It's going to be Garaway, Waynedale. They're going to have duels. We're going to be covering all those. So we're pretty excited about the schedule we've put together.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Big Z Sports has been expanding out. They've done all these sports, and like you hinted at it a little bit. Girls wrestling in Tuscarawas County is starting to boom a little bit more. So so the girls wrestling, we're going to pick some stuff up here. We did the girls sectional last year, and it was amazing the views we had and the coverage and dealing with the coaches there and everything and the parents. It was just the vibe was there, just like it at a boys event. And there's some very talented girls right now, and I believe we got there's a tournament over at New Philly this year. It's all girls tournament. I think Carrollton's hold one. The cool one's going to be, I don't know if you know this, when Claymont holds their home dual meets, they lower a spotlight and just light up the mat. Yeah. Turn the lights out in the gym. So Claymont New Philly is hosting a boys and girls varsity night, and the girls are going to open it up under the light. Then they'll go into the boys. Wow.
So pretty exciting stuff. And when they do the state tournament, the girls and the boys are all there at the same time on March 13th through the 15th at the state tournament wrestling together.
That's incredible, man. it's exciting to see different things happening here in Tuscarawas County and the way Big Z Sports covers a lot of these sports, because you don't get that around anywhere around the state of Ohio. So it's awesome to see this.
And I think the one thing is a lot of people don't know this, and I think that a lot of these kids that we're talking about right now and that are ranked, they all went through a feeder club up at the Newtown Mall out of Warner Elite. So, them guys are training all these kids.
Yeah.
And the thing of it is, and they all go back to their home schools, and they're all competing against each other. And I think it's raised the bar in Tuscarawas County. Jamie Warner runs that facility up there, and all these kids go in there in the offseason. You got kids right now, they're going this weekend up to Canton, and there's a huge tournament up in Canton this weekend, and a lot of them kids are wrestling in club teams. And I believe Warner's have one, and there's probably 5 or 6 different high schools that are on that team. But at the end of this year, when November 14th comes, they're all going back to their own high school.
Yeah.
There's kids that will wrestle against each other, and it could be the go-to match.
I do know the Warners. They do know their wrestling. They're very good. Dustin, Kyle, Darren. Their coaches at Claymont now, and that's what they needed. They needed to get those guys back into the school at Claymont, and they are very knowledgeable with their wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, we're blessed right now in the county with all our programs, to be honest. We got solid coaching across the board.
Yes.
And like you said, those guys are all back here. And I think the best thing is, like I said, their dad's Jamie. He's up there, running that club.
Yeah.
And he looks at his Tuscarawas County. And when I get the opportunity to talk to him, he's rooting all these kids on. When he's at all these tournaments, he's rooting everybody on, and he wants Tuscarawas County wrestling to be on the map. He wants, when we get to the state tournament, he wants all these kids down there doing great.
Well, Keith, it was a pleasure bringing the band back together here for a little 10-minute talk about wrestling, man. I'm looking forward to hearing you, and good luck to you this fall, and have fun broadcasting it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward, and thanks for having me up real quick to talk some wrestling, but it's time to get back to the football.
Yes, sir. We'll be back here. We have 2 minutes left. Malvern trails Newcomerstown 16-12 here at halftime from Newcomerstown High School. We'll be back here after this break.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
Lindsay Adams State Farm takes pride in customer service, community involvement, and their professional knowledge in the products and services offered, providing protection to their customers in more ways than just their auto insurance by protecting you from encountering any unexpected occurrences, including your auto, home, income, and the loss of a loved one. At Lindsay Adams State Farm, you're more than a customer, you're part of their family. Learn more about what Lindsay and her agents can do for you by visiting lindsayadamsf.com. Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
5-star quality, 5-star service, 5-star satisfaction. Hi, this is Chandy Salisbury with Riverside Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. We are proud to be the area's only skilled nursing facility with these elite ratings. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Riverside ranks in the top 3% of nearly 1,000 Ohio facilities for outcomes, return to home success, and customer satisfaction. With on-site therapy 7 days a week, we help you recover quickly, safely, and confidently. Call me today at 740-498-5165 to learn more.
Durbin Tire Service, a third-generation family-owned business in Newcomerstown, has been providing quality, dependable, and affordable tire services to the area since 1952. Durbin Tire offers wheel alignment, suspension work, TPMS service, along with a large selection of new and used tires. Durbin Tire Service is at 330 Ray Street in Newcomerstown. Find them online at durbintire.com. Durbin Tire, a proud supporter of Newcomerstown athletics.
Welcome back to Lee Stadium in Newcomerstown. Joe Geckler, Robbie Anderson of Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studios. Wrapping up halftime here is the extra 3 minutes on the clock now as Newcomerstown and Malvern back out on the field warming up as Robbie's running in place trying to warm up. I got to go down for a minute and had to use the restroom, and Robbie and Keith did a great job of talking high school wrestling, so I hope you enjoyed that. Great schedule coming up for Big Z Sports. Make sure you check that one out here in the winter sports season. But, of course, fall sports season still going on with football. We're doing some volleyball as well. So here tonight at Newcomerstown for the Trojans and Hornets. And been a good matchup so far. Robbie 16-12, Newcomerstown leads, and they're going to get the football to start the second half. And got to put a drive together here to give them some space. They're only a 4-point lead now. They get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. That's going to give them a 12-point lead, and that'll be a nice little deficit to a nice little a lead there that they could try to overcome, and Malvern to come back from, and Newcomerstown to take over the lead and try to hang on to it. Obviously, Newcomerstown comes into the game at 4-3, looking for win number 5. Malvern looking for win number 6 on the season. So both teams having good seasons, and the IVC North is up for grabs, and we'll see the second half here coming up very shortly. But Robbie, a great first half by both teams, and nice job by running the ball by both teams, and I'm sure we're going to see more of that in the second half.
Oh, you're going to see a lot more running the ball in the second half here, Joe. I mean, if I was Coach Turco, I would have went in the halftime, hey, fellas, clean up the penalties. Clean up the penalties. Keep doing what we're doing with running the football, and if a ball hits your hands, catch the football. So you're right in this ball game, so let's stay true to what we do. Newcomerstown, same thing what Coach Gadd probably said to his players. Cut down on the penalties, and let's keep doing what we're doing, and they can't stop us right now. So, like I said, there's a big hit for Newcomerstown for an offensive line right now. Right now, I just saw the Martinez young man, Martin Hernandez, come out, and he was limping, so he looks like he might try to give it a go, Joe, but that could hurt them in the long run, especially up front.
Yeah, if you got to keep guys healthy here as you head down the stretch to the playoffs, as we're in week number 8, only two weeks to go here before the playoffs start. Only 12 teams get in, so you got to do everything you can to get wins going down the stretch. Strasburg next week for Newcomerstown, and then Buckeye Trail in week number 10. So some really big points tonight, really big points next week as well if Newcomerstown can find a way to win both of those games.
Yeah.
And Malvern, same thing. Big points tonight, big points next week as well, and week 10 as they have East Canton, who has a lot of wins on the board. So the Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff going to be a low squibber and fielded by the Newcomerstown Trojans. Another little tricky kick there by the kicker for the Malvern Hornets, and that's going to be Viden Arsic as
They're going to get one of those here,
Joe.
They're so close.
Can you imagine that spin on a turf field?
Oh, man, that ball would be going everywhere. Which, hey, this is one of the few fields. I think there's only 2 fields right now in Tuscarawas County that has grass. 3. TCC, Newcomerstown, and Strasburg. I think everybody else in Tuscarawas County has turf, and grass plays to the advantage. Or Malvern has grass too, but they're close to Stark County.
Full house backfield, Justice under center, as the Trojans going to have it at the 40. As the running back gets through past the 45 up to about the 46-yard line, Mason Shalosky going to bring up a second down now for the Trojans, leading 16-12, just underway here in the second half.
Just picking up right where they left off in the first half here. Start with Shalosky, go to Zinger. Start with Shalosky, go to Singer. So now I would imagine they go back to Dom Singer here real quick. It got colder, Joe.
It got a little chilly.
It got a lot colder, man.
In that 25 minutes that we were away, and it's a little chillier. It looks like our producer Gage Wright, his battery might have died on his jacket. I think it did.
I hope it did.
You know what's funny is I have another battery in my backpack. I could probably give it to him, but no, he didn't offer up his jacket. So I mean, it's not going to fit me anyway.
Nope.
But full house backfield. Going to turn in hand. That's going to be Shaloski. Breaks out of a tackle to the 50. Cuts to the far sideline to the 40, to the 35, to 30. One guy to beat, and he's going to get tracked down about the 25-yard line. And that's where the Trojans will have it 1st and 10 after the First Federal Community Bank first down. Mason Shaloski with a nice run to get into Malvern territory.
Nice 21-yard run there, Joe, by Shaloski, man. Am my math right? 21 yards?
Shaloski takes it down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, about a 21-yard gain.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's been wanting to pop one of those here sooner or later.
Almost a 30-yard run, actually.
30-yard run, yeah.
Full house backfield again, 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line in the Malvern Hornets territory. The Trojans have it. Going to turn and hand to Singer up the middle, breaks out of a tackle, cuts to the far sideline. Into the end zone, touchdown, Dominic Singer from 21 yards out, 22-12, Newcomerstown.
That was right there again, Joe. You hit Shaloski up the middle, and then boom, Dom Singer right out to the left-hand side there, juking and weaving his way there for a big touchdown. Exactly what Coach Gadd and company needed for to come out and start the second half.
Two big plays here to start the second half. A nice run there by Shaloski and the touchdown by Dom Singer.
We're going to close one in Janine here, Joe. Whew. Newcomerstown full house backfield going for 2 here.
So Justice under center going to turn and hand to Singer again. Breaks through that line of scrimmage. Does he get in? He does. 2-point conversion is good to make it 24-12. Newcomerstown has doubled up on Malvern with 10:50 to go here in the third quarter. A Cush Financial Group timeout. We'll take it with them. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
The Clark Kidder Real Estate Team is founded on trust, integrity, discretion, and a total commitment to maximizing the value of your home with 100% satisfaction. Working together, Robin and Melanie have found their diverse neighborhood knowledge and savvy business skills to be perfect complements in finding their clients the perfect fit in their home buying experience. To learn more, visit clarkkitterteam.cutlerhomes.com. The Clark Kidder Real Estate Team would like to wish the best of luck to the Malvern Hornets in tonight's game.
Welcome back to Lee Stadium in Newcomerstown. 24-12. Newcomerstown leads Malvern with 10:50 to go, third quarter. The Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. Going to be a low line drive kick, going to be fielded by an up back. And that's going to be Simmons, going to be dropped at about the 39-yard line, about where he picked it up. And that's where the Malvern Hornets will have it, 1st and 10, trailing by 12. But just what the doctor ordered for the Newcomerstown Trojans, 2 big plays, one by Shaloski over 30 yards, and then Dom Singer 21 yards into the end zone. And that gives them a 12-point lead now, 24-12.
Yeah, the Newcomerstown need to come out, score quickly like they just did. So big couple plays from Newcomerstown. Now Malvern has to answer. Keep right in stride with Newcomerstown. I wanted to say Strasburg there. Sorry, everybody.
You would see that next week.
I know, right?
Strasburg, Newcomerstown. Pistol formation, going to turn and fire to the far sideline. Has his receiver in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Throw was low. Aiden Sprague was the intended receiver. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 now.
Newcomerstown's defense they fly to the ball, they gain tackle, they do everything that they're coached to do, and they are boggling up Malvern so far. Just a couple big runs there by Gore.
Gore with the handoff. Gets into that line of scrimmage, and he runs into a couple of defenders for the Newcomerstown Trojans.
Number 8, Julius Gore.
Gets to about the 42-yard line. Going to be a pickup of about 3 on the play to bring up 3rd down and 7 now for the Malvern Hornets.
And guess who was right there in the middle of the play, Joe, making first man to make the tackle?
Bryce Gibbs.
Bryce Gibbs was, yes, sir. He's been all over the field tonight.
Playing a great game defensively is Bryce Gibbs for the Newcomerstown Trojans, this 240-pound sophomore defensive end. Jones takes the snap, fires over the middle field, just overshoots its intended receiver, and that was number 9, Marinucci.
Jones pass incomplete to number 9.
And that's going to bring up 4th down and 7 now for the Hornets. Going to punt the football away as Dom Singer going to go back to return this punt.
Incompletion brings up
Bear Carpet 1 scoreboard update. Indian Valley up on Ridgewood 28-14. Dover leads Mansfield Madison 18-7. Lexington leads New Philadelphia 28-7. Newcomerstown here up 24-12. Garraway all over Tusky Valley 43-0. Claymont all over Sandy Valley 43-3. Strasburg up on Buckeye Trail 28-8. East Canton shutting out TCC 35-0. Snap back. It's going to be a wobbly punt, going to go out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So Newcomerstown will have great field position to start their second drive here in the second half with 9:58 to go. The Trojans lead 24-12.
Newcomerstown, this could be a big drive for them, but Malvern's defense cannot break. You're only down by 12. You got 9:58 left in the third quarter, whole fourth quarter left. Try to stay in this ball game as much as you can. Hang on. So huge drive from Newcomerstown. Just keep the ball rolling. Keep the momentum going for you.
Keep the clock moving. Keep the chains going. They're having it 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. So good field position, only 58 yards ahead of them to try to get points on the board again. Looks like Martin Hernandez is back out there on the offensive line. Good to see that for the junior left tackle. Full house backfield. Going to hand off to Shalosky, come here to the near sideline. Outruns one defender, gets submarined right about the 50-yard line, falls forward to the 49 inside Malvern territory. Simmons in on the tackle for the Malvern Hornets, and that's going to be very close to another first down. It's going to be short, they say a 9-yard gain. Bring up a 2nd down and 1 now at the Malvern 49-yard line for the Trojans.
Yeah,
Nice.
looks like the referees here are talking. Maybe something's going on, but nope. Play ball.
Full house backfield again. Looks like Harvey's in the backfield with Shalosky and Singer. Going to turn and hand to Harvey right up the middle. He's going to get enough for the First Federal Community Bank first down. And the chains are going to move. The clock's going to keep rolling as the Trojans are up 24-12.
Joe, the pads are popping down there, man. There's some hard hitting going on because I can hear them through the headphones. Especially when they're blitzing as much as they are, Malvern is.
So Malvern trying to fill the gaps and trying to get Newcomerstown down on the ground before they get a gain of a yard or two, but that offensive line doing work tonight for the Trojans. Full house backfield again. Justice takes a snap, turns and hands. That's going to be Shalosky, follows his lead blocker and gets through that hole all the way down to the 40, maybe the 39-yard line. That's going to bring up a 2nd down now for the Trojans. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 3 for Newcomerstown with 8:40 to go, third quarter.
And Coach Gadd's down there just encouraging his guys, hey, let's keep going, keep going, keep going. We have these guys on the ropes. We're dominating the line of scrimmage. Let's keep dominating the line of scrimmage, especially when one of your top offensive linemen is still not in the ballgame, maybe done for the night. So the backup's in, did a little moving around up front, and so far it's paid off for him.
Looks like Martin Hernandez checks back out of the game, getting some tape work done on the trainer's table here on the bench right in front of us. 2nd down and 2 now for the Trojans. Going to turn and hand to Singer off that left side, going to bounce into the far sideline, trying to stretch it out a little bit, breaks out of a tackle, and gets shoved out of bounds around the 30-yard line. Nice run there by Dom Singer to bring up a First Federal Community Bank first down for the Trojans. Dom Singer, you let him get outside.
He's gone,
man.
man.
It's going to be hard to bring down.
It looked like he was going to get tackled there for a loss, and then he just juke move and he's on the outside of the left-hand side, stiff arms the guy, and still picks up 9-10 yards every time. So he is very agile on what he does.
Tegan Goner checks out, and Josh Harvey checks back in for the Trojans. 1st and 10 at the Malvern 29-yard line with 8:02 to go, third quarter. Full house backfield, Justice under center. Going to turn and hand. That's going to be Harvey right up the middle. Gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards.
That's Shalosky there, Joe.
That was Shalosky, excuse me. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7 now for the Trojans. As Gonter checks back in as Marcus Justice checks out.
And him as well. He's racking up the yards. He's well close to 100. A little bit maybe over, Joe. So him and Dom Singer are racking up plenty of yards here to help in the Newcomerstown offense.
So 2nd down and 8 now at the 27-yard line in Malvern territory. 7:25 to go, third quarter. Looks like Malvern got in the neutral zone, but he did not as they waved it off, and the 2 defenders get back there and sack Justice way back, a loss way past the 35-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 8 on the play to bring up 3rd down and about 16.
Looked like on the sack there was Rocco Marinucci and number 5, Luke Thomas from the Malvern Hornets. Came off a corner blitz there, Joe.
Marinucci and Thomas gets the sack of Justice to bring up a 3rd down now for the Trojans at the Malvern 35-yard line. 3rd down and 16, 6:41 to go here in the third quarter. Full house backfield again. Justice under center. Going to turn. They're going to fake it, give it to Singer, and he is going to get dropped in the backfield. Great job there by the defender, number 7 for the Malvern Hornets, getting back there. Owen Ball back there from his middle linebacker position and brings down Singer in the backfield to bring up a 4th down now for the Trojans. Going to punt the football away.
Owen Ball just read that perfectly. They've seen it a couple times coming through. And shot the gap there and made the big tackle for loss. So big 4th down. Looks like Coach Gadden might go for it, Joe.
So it looks like Harvey checks out. Lucas Justice checks in.
2 twins out here, Joe.
Yeah, Twins receivers here on the near side with a tight end at the end of the line of scrimmage. They're going to call a timeout taken by Newcomerstown. We'll take it with them. A Cush Financial Group timeout. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
The Contini Insurance Agency knows that shopping insurance isn't always fun, but they strive to make the experience a little less painful. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or recreational vehicles, as an independent insurance agency, they will make recommendations for the coverage you need at a price you can afford. With multiple companies and options available to best suit each situation. To learn more about the Contini Insurance Agency, visit ContiniInsurance.com. The Contini Insurance Agency is a proud supporter of Malvern Hornet Athletics.
Hey, other guys' insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey, Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Fourth down and 17, and the Trojans going to go for it as Justice takes a snap, slips down, and going to get dropped in the backfield by a couple of Malvern defenders all the way back at about the 41-yard line. That's where the Malvern Hornets will have it, 1st and 10, trailing 24-12.
Yeah, there was nothing open downfield there, Joe. They just ran a 2-man route concept, one streaking, one going to a post route or a corner route, whatever you want to call it, and Malvern covered that very well.
Take a look at the Bear Carpet 1 scoreboard update. Indian Valley up on Ridgewood 35-14. Dover leads Mansfield-Madison 25-17. Lexington up on New Philadelphia 30-7. Garaway all over Tusky Valley 43-0. Claymont up on Sandy Valley 43-3. More scores in a minute. The hand off to Gore, up the middle, makes one guy miss, stiff arms another one, but gets dropped by the guy he was trying to stiff arm.
Gore brought down by 34, Mason
Shalosky held on to Gore, and Gore went to the ground. It's going to be a pickup of about 2 on the play. Great job there by Shalosky to get Gore to the ground.
Yeah, he just did everything he could. Shalosky could to get Gore down on the ground. That's a big man you're trying to bring down. Just one guy tackling him. So he did a great job pulling him down. Only got 2 yards out of that.
2nd down and 8 at the 44-yard line. 2 receivers on the far side. Make that 3 receivers on the far side. Single set here on the near side. 3 by 1, pistol formation. Takes the snap, look, fire over the middle of the field, in and out of his hands. Intended receiver was number 2, Josh Unch. Bring up 3rd down and 8.
And Tanner Smith was on the coverage there for the Trojans.
Incompletion brings up 3rd and 8.
More scores on the Bear Carpet 1 scoreboard. Strasburg up on Buckeye Trail, 28-14. East Canton shutting out TCC 42-0. Canotton Valley up on Crestline, 14-7. Salem leads Carrollton 34-14. Canton South 24, Fairless 14. And Bel Air leads Harrison Central 19-14. The hand to Gore, he comes here to the near side. He gets shoved out of bounds and driven way out of bounds. Is there going to be a flag? It doesn't look like it, as Gore was shoved out of bounds and the defender held on to him and went out of bounds. Going to bring up a 4th down now for the Malvern Hornets. Let's see what they do. They're going to punt the football away, it looks like.
Yes, sir, they are.
Going to be 4th down and 8. As Dom Singer going to go back now to return this punt.
Loss of a yard on the play.
Newcomerstown's defense, man, is just flying around.
They have showed up here tonight to stop the run and done a nice job against Julius Gore. He obviously has a couple touchdown runs, though, but you know what? Of 34 and 26 yards. So they're going to punt the football away as Jones takes the snap. Going to be a whistle blown dead. I believe that play is going to be not count. Going to be blown dead. There's a penalty flag. Is it going to be a delay of game? Nope, false start on the Malvern Hornets. Going to back them up 5 yards, bring up 4th down and 14 now.
You sat down and they got a little warmer here, man.
It does get a little warmer.
A little warmer. You're rocking back and forth. Yeah, it gets a little warmer.
Big thanks to Keith Thomas down on the sidelines tonight doing social media for Big Z Sports. Ava Williams here doing some camera work for us and picture work for Big Z Sports on social media. Make sure you check out our social media pages. Facebook, WTUZ Big Z Sports. Twitter or X, @Big_Z Sports. Instagram, YouTube, of course. Snap back to Jones. Going to be a low line drive wobbly punt. Going to go out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. And that's where the Trojans will have it. 1st and 10, leading 24-12 with 4:29 to go 3rd quarter. But I mentioned Ava Williams just a moment ago, of course, of Canotton Valley fame and star volleyball player, softball player. She does some work for Big Z Sports, and we appreciate it. Ava's a great young lady, and we are happy to have Ava Williams with us at Big Z Sports. So here doing some pictures tonight, braving the cold. She walked in with the Big Z Sports hoodie on, the same one we have, and again from Dumont's, and that's some nice apparel, you know.
It is nice apparel, man. We got some nice stuff here. They always hook us up with some good stuff, and very blessed. Very blessed to have it.
Full house backfield for the Trojans. 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Harvey dotting the full house backfield as they're going to hand to Shalosky. Gets up past the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Going to be a pickup of 2, maybe 3 yards. Bring up 2nd down and about 7.
I've always noticed here, Joe, they've had the ball starting out on the drive 7-8 times, maybe a little more. Every play, I think, has gone to Shalosky the first play.
Shalosky sets up the power and lightning, or thunder and lightning, as you call it, for Newcomerstown, as Shalosky. And Harvey's been playing a role here tonight as well. He's a big boy. Harvey comes in at 5'7", 195 pounds, low to the ground, and runs hard. Full house backfield again. They're going to turn and hand. This time it's going to be Shalosky again. Breaks out of a tackle, cuts to the middle of the field, and gets drugged down about the 40-yard line inside Malvern territory. That's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank 1st down.
About a 22-yard pickup.
22-yard gain from Shaloski. Nice run there by the junior tailback. Mason Shaloski came into the game with 55 carries, 372 yards, and a couple of touchdowns.
Well, he's on his way to having over 500 yards on the season tonight. He's racking up the yards, Joe.
He's having a good night, is Shaloski. First and 10 now at the Malvern 40-yard line, 3:15 to go third quarter. Turn and hand to Singer off the left side, follows the blocker, cuts to the middle of the field, lowers his shoulder, and gets down past the 30 to about the 28-yard line. That's going to be enough for another First Federal Community Bank first down. Dom Singer looks like a gain of about 13 yards for the Trojans. Under 3 minutes to go now, third quarter.
And then just keep that clock rolling, Joe. Keep it rolling. Keep doing what you're doing up front.
Full house backfield, Justice under center. Turn and hand to Shaloski, going to get dropped in the backfield by a couple of defenders for the Malvern Hornets. Led in there by number 7, Owen Ball. A couple guys helped clean it up as well, but Owen Ball in there on the stop, a 6'3", 185-pound senior middle linebacker.
Yeah, he just shot up right through the middle there, Joe, right through A-gap. No one blocked him. He was standing there right there, face-to-face with Shaloski as soon as he got the ball.
Second down and 11, say a loss of 1 on the play. Coming up on 2 minutes in the third quarter, Newcomerstown up 24-12. Full house backfield again. They're going to turn and hand to Shaloski again. Owen Ball right in there. He's timing that out perfectly. Is Owen Ball shooting through the A-gap and track down Shaloski. It's going to bring up a third down and about 7 now for the Trojans.
Takes the ball down to the 25 for a 3-yard gain.
He's timing it perfectly, Joe. As soon as that ball's down, now watch. They'll go on 2 right here to make it a third and 3. They'll go on 2 here. They're seeing that now.
They're going to call a third down and 8 now at the 25-yard line. Minute 20 to go, third quarter. Full house backfield, Justice under center. Shaloski with the hand again, lowers his shoulder, gets down close to the 20-yard line. Going to say down at the 21-yard line. Going to bring up a fourth down now for the Newcomerstown Trojans. This is 4-down territory. You're going to have a play here by the Trojans. Under a minute to go now, third quarter.
Yep, Malvern needs to stop big time. But this is manageable down now.
It'll be 4th and 4.
Fourth down and 4 now at the Malvern 21-yard line.
4th and 4 for the Trojans at the Hornets 21. Here we go.
35 seconds to go in the third quarter. 4th down and 4 now. The Trojans going for it on the Malvern 21. Full house backfield. Going to turn? Nope. And they're going to hand it to Singer right up the middle. Breaks out of a tackle and gets tracked down inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line. That's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down for the Newcomerstown Trojans. And it's going to be first and goal at the 4-yard line inside the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
Nice little 17-yard run there by him. He just hit Shaloski, boom. There goes the Singer right up the middle, and it looks like they're taking it to the fourth quarter here, Joe.
4's in the air, as Chris Kale would say, here in Newcomerstown. 24-12, Newcomerstown leads Malvern. Headed to the fourth quarter. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
At the end of 3.
Hi, I'm Crystal, General Manager at Loudon Motors Ford. I invite you to stop in and feel the difference of shopping for your next vehicle with our friendly, non-commissioned sales staff, or the personal touch that you will receive from one of the last family-owned and operated dealerships for nearly 100 years. So my question for you is, when will you experience the crystal clear and loud and clear advantage right here in sunny Minerva, Ohio?
Technology shouldn't slow us down. It should move us forward. At LodgeVision Technologies, we've been helping local businesses for over 12 years on US 62 in Winesburg, solving tech problems and making everyday operations easier. And we're here with custom IT solutions that just simply work. At LodgeVision, it's people first. That means service with integrity, professionalism, and genuine care. Call 330-234-5025 for your free consultation today. LodgeVision Technologies, local IT, real solutions, people first.
Start of the fourth quarter here at Lee Stadium. Joe Geckler, Robbie Anderson in our Hartsville's Quality Housing mobile studios. Big thanks to our streaming sponsors all season long. DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Wright Mark Roofing, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and Kime Company.
Back on the field, Trojans with first and goal from the 4.
Joe Geckler and Robbie Anderson again. Start of the fourth quarter. First and goal at the 4-yard line for the Trojans, who lead 24-12. Full house backfield. Justice under center. Looks like Gonter's in there. Shalosky and Singer. Going to turn and hand to Singer. Breaks through the line and gets dropped right about the line of scrimmage. Right about the 4-yard line. Going to bring him down. Going to bring up second down and goal now from the 4.
Yeah, I mean, they knew exactly where that ball was going, who was getting it. So now Coach Gad's got to do a little more analytics here and see who can get the ball now. I would put my money on Shalosky getting the ball in this play.
Big thanks to our add-on sponsors tonight for the game: Riverside Manor, Durbin Tire, Ron Rugg Chevrolet, Clark Kidder Real Estate, and Cantini Insurance. We appreciate their support of Big Z Sports and both of our teams here tonight. Second down and goal at the 4. Justice under center, going to turn and hand to Shalosky right up the middle. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown from 4 yards out. Mason Shalosky, 30-12. Newcomerstown leads. 2-point conversion upcoming.
That was a push by the offensive line of Newcomerstown, man. They took every one of those guys to the end zone, and Shalosky just followed him right behind him. So, huge touchdown for Newcomerstown.
I called it Shalosky. 34 and 33 look a lot alike, but that was actually Josh Harvey that got into the end zone for the Trojans from his fullback position. Built alike. Their numbers are close. That was my mistake, folks. Josh Harvey on the touchdown. Full house backfield again. Justice under center. This time is going to be Singer off the left side into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And it's going to be good to make it 32-12.
Exactly what the doctor ordered there, Joe. They just needed to get an extra point there. And this game is rolling by now in the fourth quarter.
So 11-16 to go here in the football game. Newcomerstown up 32-12, and a big touchdown there. They have 2 big scores here to start the second half, and now Malvern's got to really put some emphasis on the offense and try to get scores on the board here with only 11-16 to go.
Yeah, you got to score, and you got to score quick. Got to start racking up some points. Either way, some way, somehow, stop. You got to just stop hurting yourself. Drive killers, man. The penalties are hurting you. But Newcomerstown's defense, though, has been flying around to the football all night.
So the Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff. Check out Cartoons of New Philadelphia, folks. Christmas coming up. And guys out there, if the wife needs a remote start, make sure you check them out and get your wife a remote start for Christmas. She'll love you forever. And her car can get warmed up from inside, outside, wherever
my car up tonight.
Yep, absolutely, and I already showed you my Cartoons of New Philadelphia remote start works from the roof of the press box.
Oh, so. Mine's going to work too tonight. Trust me, mine's going to be turned up very high on the way home.
So the Cartoons of New Philadelphia kickoff going to be a low line drive kick, going to take a bounce, and Newcomerstown almost gets it, but Malvern fields it, and that's going to be number 1 for the Malvern Hornets. Aiden Sprague recovers the kick. And the Hornets will have it first and 10.
At their own 44.
So at the 44-yard line for the Malvern Hornets. Good field position, trailing by 20.
Yeah, Malvern's got to score, and they got to score quick. Looks like they're lining up trips outside there, Joe, on the left-hand side.
So trips to the far sideline, single set here on the near side. Pistol formation with Gore in the backfield behind Jackson Jones. Going to turn and fake to Gore. Going to get dropped in the backfield. A couple of defenders back there. That's going to be Justice and Bryce Gibbs in on the stop, but Justice was the one that got there first. J.J. Justice gets back there with the sack. And Bryce Gibbs back there as well, but I'll give the sack to J.J. Justice as he got there first. Gibbs was just there to help help clean it up.
He got there fast, Joe. Before he even got that snap, he was right on him.
So 2-by-2 pistol formation. Gore behind Jones in the backfield. Jones takes a snap, drops back looking, fires to the far sideline, has his receiver, but overshoots him by a good 5 or 6 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and 15 now with 10:27 to go in the football game. Newcomerstown leads by 20, 32-12.
Yeah, just overthrew him a little bit. He's got to make that. He's got to make that throw. So he had plenty of time in the pocket. So now big 3rd down here for Newcomerstown. This is it's going to be 4 down territory the rest of the way here.
10:27 to go here in the football game. 3rd down and 15 at their own 39-yard line. 2-by-2 pistol formation. Gore behind Jones in the backfield. Jones takes a snap, looks back on a screen play right over the middle. That's going to be Roy Simmons. Takes it to the far sideline. Outruns one of the defenders inside Newcomerstown territory at about the 46-yard line. Looks like it's going to be short of the 1st down. Tanner Smith brought him down. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3 now. Make it 4th down and 3.
Quite enough. It'll be 4th down from the Trojans.
So the Hornets will go for it here, trailing by 20 with only 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's big 4th down here to see Newcomerstown get stopped.
Trips receivers here on the near side. Single set on the far side. Going to hand to Gore right up the middle. Full head of steam. Breaks out of one tackle and it gets dropped down past the 40 to about the 37-yard line. And Julius Gore picks up the First Federal Community Bank 1st down for the Malvern Hornets. Keeps the clock moving, but the chains are moving as well. 9:40 to go in the football game.
That's all fine and dandy, but you got to score quick here.
Down 3 scores are the Hornets. Jones takes the snap, rolls out here to the near side, has his receiver, finds him, and that's going to be Simmons. It breaks out of a tackle, gets down close to about the 20-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank 1st down. Roy Simmons on a pitch and catch from Jackson Jones.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch and catch. Just found the open spot there in the zone, picked up a big 1st down, picked up chunky yards after the catch too. Some yak yards, they like to call it, Joe.
Yards after catch.
Yes,
or
sir.
Yards after contact, too. You can
yards
say
after contact, yes, sir. Either one.
Running backs gets yards after contact. Receivers gets yards after catch.
Yes, sir.
3-by-1. Trips on the far side. Single set here on the near side. Looks like we had a false start there.
Yes, sir, we did.
Yeah, they finally blew the whistle. Looks like Julius Gore jumped a little bit from his running back position. Going to back him up 5 yards. Make it 1st down and 15 now. Look at the impact collision scoreboard update. Indy Valley pulling away from Ridgewood 42-14. Dover up on Mansfield Madison 32-17. Lexington beating New Philadelphia 30-13. Newcomerstown here leads 32-12. Garraway final on the hill knocks off Tusky Valley 50-7. Claymont up on Sandy Valley in the 4th quarter 43-3. Big one in big one in Yorksville next week as Claymont will host the Ridgewood Generals. Strasburg beating Buckeye Trail 36-14. Big one in Strauss Vegas next week as the Tigers will host the Newcomerstown Trojans. 1st and 15. Trips receivers in a bunch on the far side. Going to fire it as a middle screen setup. That's going to be Simmons. Catches it, but he is brought down right about the 20-yard line. Nice job there. Looks like 33, Harvey.
Got back
with
to
the
line
stop. Got back to the original line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
Got to make sure you can't go east and west. Got to go north and south on that play.
East Canton knocked off TCC 42-0. Conotton Valley up on Crestline 28-15. Salem is beating Carrollton 41-14. Trips receivers on the far side. Single set here on the near side. Jackson has it, rolls out to the far side. Finds his receiver deep, and it's going to be knocked away. That was Dom Singer getting up there, climbing the ladder to knock that one away from the intended receiver. Dom Singer showed off his ups.
He got ups there. He was way above that wide receiver going on for that football.
will bring up 3rd and 10.
So 3rd down and 10 now at the 20-yard line, right inside the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone for the Malvern Hornets. Going to have 4 wide receivers to the far sideline. Single set here on the near side. That's Sprague. And Jones in the shotgun. Jones drops back, looking. Middle screen set up. Roy Simmons catches it. Going to get dropped right away. Josh Harvey again in there on the stop. As Simmons.
Number 3, Roy Simmons, and again brought down by 33.
Nice job by Josh Harvey to read that perfectly. Comes up and drops Simmons as soon as he catches the football. It's going to actually be a loss on the play. 4th down and 11 now at the 21-yard line for the Hornets. Hornets got to go for it. 7:30 to go in the football game.
That was a great play by Harvey. He just read that perfectly. 4th down here, Joe. Bend their break time from Newcomerstown's defense.
3 receivers on the far side, 1 here on the near side. Jones takes it, rolls out to the far sideline, has it, and almost intercepted, in and out of the hands of Simmons. So that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Malvern Hornets, and that means the Trojans will take over, leading by 20 with 7:10 to go in the football game.
Woo-wee, Joe. 7:10 to go. That was a drive there, man. Newcomerstown's defense just gets after you. I mean, it's going to be, if we are up at Strauss Vegas next Friday, it's going to be a showdown, man. Who can stop each running attack?
Yeah, going to be a good matchup here next week. Strasburg and Newcomerstown. Be one of our games for Big Z Sports, and of course, Ridgewood and Claymont as well. Going to turn and hand. That's going to be Shalosky off the right sideline. Breaks out of a tackle. And up past the 30 to about the 31-yard line. That's going to be close to another first down. Looks like it's going to be 2nd down and short now for the Trojans. Clock moving. Under 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, I mean, Shalosky's had himself a ball game tonight. And it's awesome to see that someone else has stepped up for Newcomerstown Trojans other than Dom Singer. Dom Singer is the heart and soul of Newcomerstown, but Shalosky said, hey, Coach, put the game on my shoulders tonight. Let me run the ball hard for you.
6:45 to go in the football game. Newcomerstown up 32-12. 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line for the Trojans. Clock's moving here in Newcomerstown. Going to hand to Singer off that left side. Going to break out of a tackle, come here to the sideline to 40, 35, 45, 50, 40, 35, 30. Cuts back to the middle of the field as Julius Gore brings him down at about the 20-yard line. Dom Singer with another huge run.
58-yard run.
58 yards for Dom Singer.
Finally brought down by number 8.
And the Trojans are in business again inside the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone at the 19-yard line, leading 32-12.
That boy can run, Joe. He is he's impressive to watch, ladies and gentlemen. He's so maneuverability. He can move any which way, and once he gets the open hole, he is gone, and it's hard for someone to catch him.
Full house backfield again for the Trojans. Justice under center. Going to be a timeout, a whistle blown here.
Dead ball offsides.
Let's see what we're going to have here. Looks like they're asking Gore to get out or come out. Looking like he was missing a piece of equipment maybe. So equipment stoppage there by the officials. Looks like Gore going to hustle off and get off the sidelines there and be replaced. And they'll restart the game clock now, or the play clock, excuse me. So 6 minutes to go now in the football game. Newcomerstown up 32-12. Look at our Impact Collision scoreboard update. Indy Valley up on Ridgewood 42-14. Dover leads Mansfield-Madison 32-17. Lexington up on New Philly 44-20. Garraway knocks off Tusky Valley 50-7. Claymont beats Sandy Valley 43-3. Strasburg leading Buckeye Trail 36-14. The handoff to Singer comes here to the near side. Breaks out of a tackle, cuts back in. and gets finally shoved out of bounds about the 6-yard line. Nice run there by Dom Singer. Another First Federal Community Bank first down run.
For another Trojan first down.
And that's going to bring up first and goal now for the Trojans at about the 6-yard line. East Canton knocks off TCC 42-0. Canton Valley leads Crestline 28-15. Salem and Carrollton. Salem leads 41-14. Canton South leads Fairless 31-14. And Harrison Central has taken the lead on Bel Air 29-26 in the fourth quarter. Always tough to go down to Bel Air and play down there on the river.
Never been there.
Man, it's a tough place to play. Old stadium, grass field. Singer up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown for the Newcomerstown Trojans for 6 yards out. Dom Singer, as a penalty flag comes in late at about the 2-yard line. Let's see what the call's going to be, as looks like Singer got into the end zone. And another flag thrown.
There's like a lot of chippiness going on down there, Joe.
Yeah, a lot of kids getting a little frustrated down there, and had a flag be thrown, and another one after the play as a player ran off the field.
Is that Dom Singer's third touchdown of the night?
Yes.
Joe? I thought so.
Let's see what the plays or the penalties are going to be. They're going to be, I think they're both going to be dead balls, but we will take a guess how one's going to be maybe unsportsmanlike after the play. Not sure what the flag, the first flag that was thrown. We'll see what that one's going to be called. Don't forget, folks, coming up in our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show, we'll have our McInturf Realty Player of the Game.
This one's going to be a tough one.
This was going to be a tough one. Shaloski's had a big game. Singer's had a big game. The offensive line's done a great job tonight for the Newcomerstown Trojans. We'll see which direction we go, but here's the call. We got a dead ball. Personal foul on the Malvern Hornets, and a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Newcomerstown Trojans. They will offset. The touchdown counts. So it's going to be 38-12 now for Newcomerstown.
Both penalties came after the touchdown. They offset. The score is good, and that is another impact.
Yeah, we're going to have a tough decision here in our McInturf Realty Player of the Game, but we'll get to it in our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. That's still just under 5 minutes to go here on the game clock. Another beautiful night for high school football. Finally feels like, are you cold? Is your lips shaking there?
It's a little cold out here, man. I didn't dress for the coldness. I should have brought my heated vest.
Oh, yeah, like our heated jacket, like our
producer.
Gage
He's nice and warm right now.
2-point conversion, Dom Singer in the middle, touchdown. 2-point conversion, going to make it 40-12 now. That's the third 2-point conversion, fourth 2-point conversion for Dom Singer. Timeout on the field, a Cush Financial Group timeout. We'll take it with them back after this with Big Z Sports.
Spring and summer bring big events, graduations, yard sales, and tournaments. The Educational Service Center Print Center is your go-to for sponsor banners, yard signs, and custom graduation packages with invitations, envelopes, and thank you cards. And when it's time for sports, the ECO Center in St. Clairsville is the perfect venue for AAU and JO tournaments. With spacious seating, plenty of parking, and easy access to hotels and restaurants, it's your one-stop arena for wrestling, cheer, and more. Plan your next event with us on the court or in print. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org.
Welcome back to Lee Stadium, 40-12. Newcomerstown leads with 4:55 to go here in the football game, as Dom Singer just scored his third touchdown of the game in his fourth 2-point conversion.
Yes, sir.
So the cartoons of New Philadelphia ensuing kickoff for the Trojans. Going to be a low line drive, skips across the turf, picked up by number 1 for Sprague for the Malvern Hornets, and he's going to return it to about the 50-yard line, and the Hornets will have it 1st and 10 right about the 50.
Malvern's got to score. You got to score like in 2 plays here, Joe. So if you don't score in 2 plays, then I don't know what they're going to do. It looks like they're calling off the dogs, Joe. It looks like they're bringing in some JV players.
It looks like the Malvern Hornets are going to bring in some of their backups, as Julius Gore still out there, though.
Yep. Looks like the offensive line has some new guys up front.
Darnell Jackson still out there. Now Gore checks out as Jackson Jones checks back in. A couple new guys out there. Jackson Jones going to stay in at quarterback, though, as Malvern looking to get on the board. Running back runs up the middle. That's going to be number
88.
Number 88. That is Nate Etzel.
Handoff goes to 88. Nate Etzel. Excuse me, Etzel. Brought down by 16.
Etzel is as the announcer.
He corrected himself. Etzel.
On the gain. 2nd and 9 for the Trojan 49.
So 2nd down and 9 from the Newcomerstown 49-yard line. 4:18 to go in the football game. 40-12. Newcomerstown leads. Pass out to the far sideline by Jones, and he makes the catch. This number 17, Cameron Detchen.
Complete to number 17.
Nice little zone RPO action. I mean, he faked the zone, threw it out to the left-hand side to a little bubble action there. So picked up positive yards. It brings up its 3rd down and 2 here for the Hornets.
I thought our game would be one of the first to go final here tonight, and we're one of the last ones playing in the area, but another game gone final. Indian Valley knocks off Ridgewood to stay undefeated, 42-14.
Oh, yeah. I got a warm-up.
Little pass out here to Detchen again. He's trying to outrun the defender. That's Gaunter chasing him down. He gets him from behind. Tegan Gaunter tracks down Detchen at about the 42-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 1 on the play to bring up 4th down now for the Malvern Hornets.
He was straight down the line of scrimmage there, Joe, to make the play. That's uncoachable right there. That is something kids just pick up naturally. You step on, you get past the line of scrimmage, you're straight down. That way, the ball runner or ball carrier doesn't have time to get to the 1st down.
4th down and 2 now at the 42-yard line for the Malvern Hornets. Going to turn and hand. That's going to be right up the middle. That's
fumble!
Ball on the turf, and looks like the running back was able to pick it up. It's Ezell again for the Hornets. That's going to be enough for a First Federal Community Bank 1st down.
88. Nate Ezell.
So 1st down and 10 now at the
takes the ball to the Trojan
38-yard line. 38-yard line. So the Trojans are going to improve to 5-3 on the season. Malvern going to fall to 5-3.
Come and go.
Just makes next week even more important for Newcomerstown.
So the Malvern Hornets hand the ball off again to Ezell. Bryce Gibbs in there. Josh Harvey in there on the stop.
Nate Ezell again with the
coming up on 2:45 to go in the football game. So again, Newcomerstown going to improve to 5-3. Malvern going to fall to 5-3.
Just puts it next week, man. That's a big one.
It's going to be a huge game up in Strauss Vegas, as Strasburg they're going to get the win. They're 6-2. They won tonight, so 6-2 Strasburg against 5-3 Newcomerstown. Jones takes the snap, fires it over here to the near sideline. Has his receiver Grady Barkley.
Number 4, Grady Barkley, steps out of bounds.
3rd down and 8 now with 2:16 to go in the football game.
5 yards on the pickup.
Oh, man. I'm looking forward to next week. There's a big possibility that there could be a 3-way tie for first place with IVC North after next week.
Yep, there is, as East Canton won tonight, so they're 6-2. Strasburg is 6-2. And Malvern and Newcomerstown are 5-3. Jones takes the snap, rolls out, going to fire it down the far sideline, has his receiver.
Intercept.
It's going to be picked off. Number 5, Dom Singer, brings it out of the end zone and gets tracked down as a flag comes flying in.
Intercepted by number 5, Dom Singer.
Dom Singer with another big game-sealing interception for the
Yes, sir.
Newcomerstown Trojans. Looks like we may have a horse collar or maybe a face mask on the tackle. We'll see what the officials call as they're getting together to make the call here with 2:02 to go here in the football game. Malvern has 3 timeouts left, and Newcomerstown has 2.
Just take a couple knees here, Joe, and call her a game.
I wouldn't think Malvern would call timeouts at this point.
No.
They've brought in most of the backups.
What a game, though, Joe. We thought for sure they'd be a lot closer than what we thought was going to happen, and the ground attack for Newcomerstown was just all over tonight.
It was. They did a nice job. That offensive line.
Penalty is against the Trojans.
It's going to be against the Trojans. Looks like it's going to be a hold on the return.
No.
Penalty assessed after the return.
So it's going to be a first down now for the Trojans with the lead, a 40-12, with 2:02 to go in the football game.
Looks like Coach Gadden then brought out Tanner Smith, Dom Singer, Keegan Garner, brought out their all running backs and quarterbacks in the backfield. So let the younger guys get some time in here for 2 minutes.
Gonna turn and hand it off.
Shalosky's in there still.
Looks like Shalosky up to about the 15-yard line. Gonna bring up 2nd down and 5 now for the Trojans. Under 2 minutes to go.
Great game by Newcomerstown. Their offensive line set the point right at the beginning of the game. Say, hey, guys, we're going to run right behind us. We're going to set the tone. So it was a big night for Newcomerstown's offensive line.
Coming up in our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show, we'll have our McInturf Realty Player of the Game. And we'll get that to you after the next minute and a half of game time here. As the Trojans are going to improve to 5-3 on the year with a 40-12 win over the Malvern Hornets. Going to turn and hand off. That's going to be Singer here to the near sideline. Breaks out of a tackle. Makes one guy miss, and that's
not Dom Singer there, Joe.
No. It looked like Singer. That's going to be Lucas Justice, excuse me. Both built very similar. Lucas Justice wears number 2. He's 5'6", 135 pounds. Dom Singer's 5'6", 155 pounds. So built very similar. Under a minute to go. Coming up on 45 seconds now. 3rd down and 4. Got this play, and maybe that's it. Again, coming up, our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. We'll wrap it up and name our McInturf Realty Player of the Game, and then we'll get you back to the station, and you can hear the best postgame show in the state of Ohio with Chris Kale, Adam Soweski, and Roger Metzger back in the Archer's Quality Housing Studios in 99.9 WTUZ. Taking the knee does the Newcomerstown Trojans, and that's going to do it. And the Trojans are going to knock off the Malvern Hornets 40-12 here at Lee Stadium tonight. Both teams are now 5-3 on the season. It sets up a huge matchup in Strasbourg, Vegas next week between the Newcomerstown Trojans and Strasbourg Tigers. Final score 40-12. Back after this. You're listening to Big Z Sports.
Newtown Mall provides you a one-stop shop for anything you need. You can shop the latest fashions at Kohl's, Maurice's, or Marshall's, get your sporting goods at Dunham's or Dick's Sporting Goods, or redo a room in your house at Ashley Furniture. Find all these stores and more for yourself and experience Newtown. Plus, you can sign up to be a Newtown Mall VIP and follow your favorite stores so you're the first to know sales, giveaways, events, and more. To sign up and to see all that's happening, visit newtownmall.com.
Want to stay warm in your vehicle this winter? Call the Remote Start Pros at Cartoons and Accessories in New Philly. With over 15,000 units installed over 18 years in the market, Cartoons in-car experts have the expertise to get the job done right. Cartoons carries a full assortment of remote starts that give you any desired range needed to warm up your car from anywhere. We also do diesel vehicles as well as standard shift vehicles. So don't delay. Call Cartoons today and schedule an appointment to stay warm all winter long. Cartoons at 517 West High Avenue in New Philly. 330-339-2006. Be there.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff at McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of these communities, there is nothing better than high school football. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD.
Simona Bolteron is a global leader in plastics technology, manufacturing thermoplastic products for industries such as aircraft interior parts, medical device housings, wall coverings, general thermoforming, and many more. Simona Bolteron, a company like a friend, is proud to be a part of the community and wishes all local athletes good luck and have a great year. For more information, visit them online at bolteron.com. Simona Bolteron, 1 General Street, Newcomerstown.
With Room by Room, new from Carpet One, we've made finding the right floors easier than ever. Browse our curated collection of flooring options and shop by color, design, and lifestyle. Our local flooring experts will work with you to make your vision a reality and guide you with knowledge and easy-to-use tools to find the floor that fits your needs. So if you're ready to transform your home with beautiful new floors, scan the code to get started and come see the Room by Room difference for yourself. Exclusively at Carpet One Floor and Home.
Well, back to Lee Stadium in Newcomerstown, our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. Final score, Newcomerstown knocks off Malvern 40-12. And Robbie, what a good game there for the Malvern Hornets and Newcomerstown Trojans, but Newcomerstown was just too much in the end. Their rushing attack really got going tonight. Dom Singer, Mason Shalaski really carried the rock well tonight for the Trojans.
Yeah, the coach guys said, I'm going to put it on you two guys tonight. My two playmakers in the backfield. So we're going to put it on you guys, and this is a big game for us to stay alive in the IVC North, and that's exactly what they did.
Yep, absolutely. And at last count, we had 146 yards rushing for Mason Shalaski, 194 yards for Dom Singer, 3 touchdowns, 4 two-point conversions, an interception on defense. Dom Singer did a lot here tonight for his Trojan teammates, as did Mason Shalaski. But, my vote for McInturf Realty Player of the Game goes to Dom Singer, the senior running back. Did it all tonight, almost 200 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, like I said, 4 two-point conversion runs, and an interception on defense. So that's my vote for McInturf Realty Player of the Game, and I'll let you decide, Robbie, who we give it to.
My nominee for the McInturf Realty Player of the Game, he had 16 carries, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick there at the end of the game to seal the deal, 4 two-point conversions that he was successful on. My player of the game is Dom Singer, running back, senior, Newcomerstown. But if I could show Newcomerstown offensive line, Newcomerstown offense tonight had over 420 yards rushing the ball against a really good Malvern defense. So kudos to the offensive line of Newcomerstown. But my player of the game is Dom Singer.
So Dom Singer going to be our McInturf Realty Player of the Game tonight for Big Z Sports. And with his big effort, again, 194 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, 4 two-point conversions, and an interception on defense. I'm sure he's going to throw his hat, so to speak, in the ring for Player of the Week as well.
I'm sure.
We'll see what happens with the guys back in the studios at 99.9 WTUZ. That's happened a couple times. Our Player of the Games have been Player of the Week.
And maybe my pancake nominee, if Adam's listening to this, I would nominate Newcomerstown Trojans for the Pancake Award tonight.
I think they already have it once, but they never know. They could get it again.
They could get it again. I mean, some teams have had it twice already.
They have, so we will.
But you got to also think, though, they were down one of their best offensive linemen tonight, too. Started middle of the second quarter the rest of the game, and they still put up those numbers.
So the Newcomerstown Trojans with a big win, 40-12 tonight. Big thanks to our Claxon Communications crew. Gage, Wright did a nice job.
Did a great job
producing for us here tonight, and of course, the crew from Claxon always does a nice job and gets us on the screen. And Angel Valencia as well. Reyes-Valencia is our camera person tonight. So we appreciate all the efforts from the Claxon Communications crew. And Robbie, your final thoughts as we're getting ready to go warm up a little bit.
We warm up a little bit, man. But hey, week 8's come and gone now. Hey, you know the famous words that we like to say coming up. 2 things. Chris Kale said it earlier in the pregame show. Rivalry week is coming up in 2 weeks.
Say that again.
I can't say it again because I'm not very good at saying it. And then the road to Canton starts, man. So we're getting close here to the fun time when we get that playoff time. But next week, there's a doozy up in Charles Vegas, man, and it's going to be a doozy.
Strasburg, Newcomerstown, Big Z Sports will be there for you, and we'll also be in Uricksville for Claymont and Ridgewood next Friday night in week number 9 of the high school football season. Again, for the Claxon Communications crew and my man Robbie Anderson, I'm Joe Geckler saying so long, everybody.
Thanks for watching this Claxon Communications production of high school sports on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. For the latest news and scores, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter at @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. Don't miss any of the live stream coverage all season long by simply subscribing for free to Big Z Sports on our YouTube channel. For the best in high school sports coverage, there is only one Big Z Sports.